What is this? I can hear my voice. Hello! Una-una na nga ito. May echo ako, hindi ko alam bakit kaya. May galab shout out, magalang. Pag tinanggal ko naman yung boses ko doon, hindi niya ako maririnig. Doble yata. Sir, magalang, naririnig mo ba ako? Diyos ko po, boses ko lang naririnig ko. Ba't ganun? Let me see, guys. Wait. Kasi nako. So, doble na naman ako. Magmo-multiply na naman ako. May boses talaga, hindi ko alam. May boses siya. Tanggalin natin yun. Oh, shit. Remove. Remove siya. Ganun. Ayan. Thank you so much, Sir Magalang. Nakita mo pala yung ano ko. Dinikit ko sa'yo yung mga tao ba yun? Baka pala. Baka yung ahas kumain ng buong baka. Ano ba yan? The greatest thing ever. Wait, merong naka-live. Magkakaso pastil. Kuya, kumusta? Okay lang ako. Kaya lang nag-e-echo. Ayan, thank you, kuya. Teka lang kung ito nga yung i-copy ko nga muna to. Wait lang, guys. Copy ko muna to sa GC ko. Then, ayan, si Los Eights. Shout out. Okay, guys. I will remove it from my GC. We're gonna shout out everyone. Anna is not live again. This is so bad. I can hear my voice. Don't know why, I don't know why. You said goodbye. Oh my god, it's so annoying. I can hear my voice. Then I will copy here in. This is annoying. I can hear my voice. Ayan, you're loud and clear. But I have echo, Kuya Jade. Gosh, my goodness. Hi, Silas from Great Blaze. Hello, kapatid. How are you doing? Bistik Tagalog video. Let me see. Let me see your video. Oh my gosh, you're eating again. Beef, Tagalog, chicken, pancit. Oh my gosh, Silas, look at this. You eat, you eat a lot. No wonder. Did you finish all this food? Ayan, kuya, welcome, welcome.
Thanks for having me up, my friend.
How are you doing?
Mabuti naman.
Your voice is so cute when you talk in Tagalog. Mabuti naman.
Oh, I'm trying to learn. And speaking in Tagalog, having an American accent doesn't help it none.
Hello.
Hello, kapatid. Welcome. Let me see the layout.
I love to eat,
Let
my
me
friend.
go.
Oh. Yeah, he does. Yeah, almost all his videos are mukbangs. Silos.
Yeah, I see Celos. Um, is this some kind of mukbang? Look at this.
Mm-hmm. He always uses a wood spoon, too. He always uses a
Got
wooden spoon.
it.
Yeah, I just scheduled a video,
Oops.
4 minutes long, come out in 6 days.
Mm-hmm.
You already posted Kuya J3?
It's been posted in my community,
Mm,
on my Facebook
let me
group page.
check so I can give you thumbs up.
It's got 5 already.
I also have a premiere on Wednesday. Let's see.
And it's this premiere that's coming out is it came from Manila, came from Jeannie.
Gotcha.
Jeannie was on her way home from quarantine hotel. And she,
In 6 days. I see.
I love Deborah.
So, kapatid Brett, are you going to do the challenge with us?
Well, what's the challenge?
Eating spicy, hot and spicy chicken.
Well, how spicy is it though? I don't know.
It is spicy.
No, well, I don't know how. I mean, there's different levels of spice. So I wonder how spicy it is because I don't know. Because spicy stuff wrecks your stomach too.
Because here in Hong Kong, there is KFC, the chicken and what they call chicken, but hot and spicy.
That's not that. I mean, that's not that hot. It's the here they call it the Nashville hot chicken or something like that. I've never had it, but it's like the spice. It's it's kind of spicy, but not that. I mean, it's not terribly spicy. It's not like It's not like when you go to like Buffalo Wild Wings or one of those wing places and you get the super hot wings. They're like I think you get like 5 wings or 6 wings. They're super hot, and then if you finish them, you get like usually get like a
This what
T-shirt
is.
and a like certificate that they frame or something. I think.
Mhm.
But yeah,
Good morning,
there's one
Ivy's
that's
World.
super hot.
Sisi
All right,
Ivy's World, mega love shout out,
those
Sisi.
super spicy wings are pretty hot. They have like Carolina Reaper, like sometimes.
Keep safe, Sisi Koy.
But I don't know. So what is it? Just KFC spicy chicken is all it is. The challenge. So what do you got to eat? How many chicken piece of chicken do you have to eat in Hong Kong?
Since she's adventure will be joining in the challenge, so I guess I'm going to meet here and we buy one bucket of that chicken.
Oh, but how many pieces do you have to eat though?
I think I'm not sure, but it's a lot and it's quite big. Mm, The
So,
cut of the chicken is quite big.
mhm. So
I will
is it
check
like
later.
chicken wings, chicken thighs, chicken breast?
I think some of them. Oh no, it's scrambled. There's chicken wings, there's chicken breast, chicken legs. Sisi on Sunday. You want to join Sisi?
I don't know because someone I think it was Raquel challenged Deborah to a 12
Yeah, Sisi they will
hard-boiled
be
egg
there.
challenge,
Oh, spicy.
like eating 12 hard-boiled eggs. I don't know
Just
how
for
many people
fun.
could do 12 hard-boiled eggs. I couldn't do it unless I didn't eat all day. Unless I didn't eat for 24 hours. It's the only way I can do it probably.
Are you feeling any better, Ivy?
Oops.
Mhm.
Yeah, that one
Ivy,
Sisi. That the spicy one.
Ivy wasn't feeling
Because
too
in
good.
some oh, go ahead.
Ivy wasn't feeling that good the other day. I'm just wondering if she's feeling any better.
You know, some chicken are so oily, so it's better if you have this some kind of spicy. You will not feel the oil.
I can't eat spicy.
You can eat. I think if that's the case, is hot and spicy. I think I have to eat rice as well
Mm-hmm.
because
The
it's
rice might be able to make it
yeah,
not as
but not a
spicy.
lot of
Maybe
rice.
if you eat rice with it
Well,
too. I don't know.
I can't
But
have
I
any
don't
spices.
like
Oh,
what do you call this? The sauce. I don't like
um,
their sauce. Their sauce.
I don't know, but yeah, like my dad, he can't really. Well, he eats spicy stuff once in a while, not very often, because he has acid reflux. Like, yeah, but he takes meds for it every day. But I can eat spicy stuff. It's not, I can't tolerate super spicy food. Just like I think the hottest I usually ever eat is like jalapeno, something with like jalapeno. Like so once in a while I order jalapeno and bacon pizza. That's a popular topping at pizza places now. Is jalapenos. But I mean, the hot. I don't know how hot. Like most hot chicken is like jalapeno hot or a little milder than a jalapeno. They make, but like that's what I'm saying. Like those wing plates, you can get them up super hot. Where it's like the wing challenge you do. But I couldn't do it super hot. They make like levels, like some of those wing plates. They make like 4 or 5 different levels of hotness you can get.
Yes.
But I don't know.
Somebody's got a background going.
Yeah, there are some. I can hear my voice.
Brett, you got something going in the background there, brother?
Yeah, I have a stream going. Yeah, on as low as I can get it to go. I'm gonna have it about 1.5 feet away from my microphone.
Needs to be further than.
I think it's
Needs to be further than that because I can hear it over here on my end. And I know if I can hear it, Lolo will hear it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, she dropped out.
She'll be back. She did this the last time when I was up here and Ellie was up here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've actually got an ulcer that if I start eating spicy food again, it'll activate and kick me into the hospital.
Yeah, I had an ulcer once, but I don't know. I guess I went away. At least that's what they told me. I had an ulcer one time. They gave me medicine. They gave me they gave me Pls Check or something like that. Can't remember. It was a while ago. It was probably like 7, 8 years ago.
Well, I've had my ulcers since the mid to late 80s.
Oh. Mm-hmm. Whoa. It's weird.
Still have this.
Keep on muting that. There we go.
No, I'm not hearing any echo from you, Hong Kong. I'm hearing background from Brett.
Because from Brett, maybe it's from other.
Yeah, he's on another stream also.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm hearing the other stream coming through Brett's speakers.
I see Anne in my Virgilio official. Hello. Ayan. Sian brother, Sian. Hello. Make a love shout out. Hello, Joe and Brett from Sean William.
Hi, Sean.
Good morning again there, Sean.
I've already seen him at I don't know, at least 4 streams already today.
Yeah, Brett, this is with what you're doing. I know you like to support other channels at the same time you go up in panels. But we were talking about this the other day also. And out till further notice, Andrew was talking about it last night on his stream.
Oh.
About supporting
I missed that stream.
About supporting one stream only instead of going around from stream to stream opening different tabs. Even though I know we all want to support all the other ones that are doing live streams, but we can't all be doing that. We got to support in one live stream that we're focused on.
That's just someone's opinion, though.
Actually, it comes back to Lolo. They see it, the stream, like when you do your lives, if you go to other people's streams when you're doing a live, you're going to affect not only their stream, but you'll affect your stream. That's coming from Lolo.
From YouTube.
That's all I'm saying, brother. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
The loves. Nagalaw siya without the loves.
You know how I am. I not only look out for whoever stream I'm on, but I look out for others also.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been that way since I've been out here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Ayan,
the
the loves
Almar
Alimar.
TV 28 is he's going to be background.
Yeah, he's one of my oldest friend in YT. I go gave you thumbs up and have good stream. Yeah, White Tiger, I'm sitting the other phone for you. White Tiger will go live. Mega mega love shout out to all from Alimar TV.
Have a good stream there, White Tiger.
Yeah, have a good stream. Mm, he's playing some, I think, building.
He plays games, doesn't he? Oh, at least I think he's a game streamer.
How long Shanti go live this morning?
You mean last night? It was like 7 hours or something.
Mm.
I was on a stream for about half of it on his panel. I was on for a while with Wolf in there.
See you soon. I will put this. I will run one of my account in your live, White Tiger. Wait, Tiger flag.
Yeah,
Not
as long as it's
connected.
a different account, it shouldn't matter. But if it's on the same account, is when it
Yeah,
matters.
yeah, that's right, Kuya. I can't put this my while I'm having my live and at the same time uh watch White Tiger for sure. My stream will be the watch hour will be dropped.
Right. And that's one thing you just don't want.
Yeah, that's why eventually I go live for even 1 hour or 2 hour have my just to gain WH.
Yeah, over on Sean's, when Sean did his live last night, he sent me the link in Messenger.
Oh,
So
I'm okay, brother Sean.
I went straight up into his panel without saying a word in the chat.
Sihan Arda, I wish you a loving day. Make a love shout out, Sihan Arda. Where you come from, Sihan Arda? I didn't know that. I didn't know that Shanti was having his live, and then
Mm-hmm.
I'm just scrolling on my phone, and then I saw Pinoy Ahoy, so that's why I get curious and I open. Why? But I didn't see Pinoy Ahoy. Did Pinoy Ahoy went to his live earlier than
No, Pinoy didn't.
no?
Pinoy was at Andrews. OUFNs.
Oh, someone
He was on the
told me
panel.
Pinoy Ahoy went to Shanti.
No,
Oh, okay.
he,
You've
he
been
just
there
used
for
No,
he just used a
since the
thumbnail from
start.
like a couple weeks ago
Mm.
with Pinoy in it.
So how's Pinoy Ahoy?
I don't know. I don't really want to talk to him
She
anymore.
went. She went
You
to.
know,
She
well, you
went
know why?
to
I can
Andro.
tell you a bunch of stuff about him that you don't. It's not good.
Yeah,
I'm
not
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 trying to
not
start
to
drama,
not
but
to
I
talk
heard
about
something
his
about him that's not
personal.
good.
No,
Mm-hmm.
I mean how is he in overall? Not personal matter about him.
his channel's going to be up and running for a while.
I think she'll be back.
but
He'll be back on YouTube.
he'll be back, but it's
He'll be
going to take
active
him
again
a while. Take him a while
because
to get back into it.
he's starting to go to some live streaming again. So maybe he will be live one of these days, or he just missed the YouTube community.
Well, he did miss the community. That much is true. Because I do talk to him every other day offline.
We used to talk before, but since he closed all the social media, then I didn't have the chance to talk with him. Virgilio, please
Well,
type HK. I'll see
there's
you on.
there's something that came up that caused his channel to go down, so I'm not going to get into it out of respect for him.
Yeah. Why Tiger still not live?
Well, maybe it hasn't started it yet. I mean, because he said he was going live, but sometimes it takes a little. Because I think he uses like OBS just to do his streams.
Mm.
He doesn't
But you
use
know,
stream.
he's
He uses OBS. I'm pretty sure.
it's nice. Yeah, he play like
Mhm.
this one, and it's nice. It's nice.
Minecraft.
Is it? Oh, is it
I think it's Minecraft. I couldn't see it very good though. I think it's Minecraft, which is like how do you explain it? It's a
Toys R Us mixed.
building game. It's mostly a building
Oh,
game where
yeah,
you
building game.
build stuff, and then you can also there's also some animals you fight in it. Like there's giant spiders, and you can raise cattle
Mm.
in the game. And you can build all kinds of stuff. Like, and then one of those is the graphics aren't very good on purpose. They're like pixelated like that on purpose.
Quite interesting, huh?
A lot of people play. I know some other people that play it that I subscribe to. One guy plays it sometimes. He made a
Hello,
inside
brother.
house. The one guy made a giant aquarium with fish in it.
Andrew, mega love shout out, Andrew.
Hi, Andrew.
How are you, Andrew?
That was a good stream last night, Andrew.
Oh, sorry about that. I haven't visit your live stream, Andrew. Is it what time? I think I was busy. If I was
I
busy, I
was
cannot.
PG for most of it. I talked a little bit because I was on another stream for most of the or part of the time he was live.
Hello, brother Andrew from Deborah. All right.
Yeah, Hong Kong. We
Yeah,
actually gave him the idea for his stream last night.
Oh, Andrew.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. What's it? What is that all about? Can you share?
The stream etiquette.
Oh. Mm-hmm. So
etiquette not only for the stream but also for the panel. This is kind of what he was getting at.
That's good. Hello, Andrew. Yes, good topics live stream other night. Wow. I really missed that. I really missed that topic. Oh, wait, guys. I'm going to share my live first. I haven't shared to other groups because me and Brett have a lot of groups in common. So I will share to some of my groups.
I have even more groups you're not in.
Yeah, that's why once you shared, so I will not share to those who already shared.
I don't think you're in mine. You might be in my messenger group, and then I'm in the Hapsters.
You're also in the
Sean T. Ubers. Yeah, you're in that one though. I think I'm in. I don't know if you're in Ellie's or not. Ellie has two of them. Yeah, he has Buangers. So it was the original one he started.
Ellie got two groups, Buangers and the other one.
Ellie's YouTube friends or whatever the one's called, something like that. Yeah, the Hapsters group chat's one I've been in the longest.
I don't have. I'm not in Mama H group.
That one has, I think, that one has a lot of people, like 26 people in it or something. That's the one that like I'm in with, like How to Hawaiian,
Um,
a bunch of other people that aren't any other groups that I'm in are in that one.
I have aside from those groups that we are there, both I have this Commander Vlog um group. I have this another one.
I'm in like eight.
Mm,
I'm in like
I
nine of
think
the things.
two,
I
and
think.
my group before. I'm
Mhm.
going to share this to. I have Alimar TV also group.
Yeah, I tend to share to my Facebook. Then when I go to my Facebook, I can share it
Thank you
out
for
to groups
Hmm.
from my Facebook.
thank you for yeah.
Yeah, you have 1,000 subs, don't you, Joe?
Oh yeah,
Hi.
I got the
Yeah.
community
Okay. Yeah. You probably got it like what? Well, a couple of months ago or something.
a few months
You know,
ago.
Hmm.
this.
You
If
can
you
do
shared
polls
on
on that thing too.
Facebook
Some people
and
do
they are not
polls.
in, if you shared in Facebook and they are not in YouTube, I think it's not only if you are what's from Facebook.
Actually, it creates traffic
Mm,
from
Hmm.
Facebook to your channel,
yeah.
Hmm.
is what it does.
Hmm.
And it shows you in the analytics.
Yeah, I usually get like, I don't know, not a whole lot, like 10% or something from Facebook or something like that. I'd have to go look again, but yeah.
Most of my traffic is from Facebook. Some very little of my traffic is from Messenger.
Uh.
From Facebook, I got just a small traffic from there.
Hmm.
But I'm also in many Facebook, YouTube groups.
Hmm. I'm only in like a few of those because I don't even hardly even posting them. I'm in Team Bunesness and oh god, there's a couple other ones. Another YouTuber I know is one. I can't remember what it's called, and then someone else's too.
I haven't seen Lone
Lady
Wolf.
coaches, like power host or power team or something. The one that Lady Coach made.
Yeah.
And then I'm in Team
And
Bunesness and I'm in Murphy Leal's or whatever hers is called.
There's a lot of group.
There's
Sometimes
so many.
when in Messenger, oh my goodness, if they you see when I open the volume of my phone, and all together have message. Oh my goodness, it's like firecrackers upstairs.
well, if somebody adds me to a Messenger group, I leave because they didn't ask if I wanted to join.
One
So
tiger is now.
so I just leave that Messenger group.
Mhm.
Hmm.
Actually, before I have a lot, but I leave some, especially when I was in those like pyramid, but it's all scam. I got scam, so I leave.
That's one reason why I try to stay out of Messenger groups because you never know
Mm,
who's coming
yeah,
up on the Messenger.
I only I only I only add those people I know from YouTube in my group.
Right.
Hmm.
And my group like my members and closest friend. Alimar, nagpalit ka na labs ng ano, ng profile mo. Tiger is live now. Hello at UFN, OUFN. Um, Life is
I
world.
Ivy, be safe.
Yeah, drive safe. Yahoo, magandang dilag, my lalabs at HK. Sisi. Hello, hello, Sisi Koy, my
I heart.
heart. TJ, may love shout out, TJ. Gaspar, hi.
Hell, their heart, TJ.
Heart also doing
Hi, TJ.
multitasking.
She's been going live a lot. She was live one time. Was it yesterday? I think she was live for like 9 hours.
Oh, brother at J3 and brother at Brett. Hello, hello from heart.
I've been heart like a good while since September 2019.
2019?
Hmm.
Quite
September,
long,
yeah.
huh? Mm. That's
A lot of
why
people I still
he has
talk
a
to
lot of
on this
friends.
ladies stream. This ladies stream. I court Aaron daily. Like I met
I think they're
Jacob
just
there,
running errands.
Terry, Armani, Mary Lou. Who else?
At Ivy's World, hello from
Chris
Heart.
S from her stream. A bunch of people.
I only meet Heart in Anna's
Hmm.
live.
Yeah.
So that's a good thing I meet Heart.
Hmm. I used to go to Jim Love stream. Her cousin, but she doesn't stream anymore. Jim Love, she hasn't streamed for a long time, like set 8 months or something, 9 months.
You know,
A lot of people. Go ahead.
sometimes I feel tired and sometimes I feel, you know, doing the live stream, but I really need to. Even if I'm lazy to go live, I need to because I saw
Mm-hmm.
my analytics. The arrow
Yeah.
goes down.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, I need to go live. I went live this morning, like 1 hour and a half.
Mm-hmm.
So I still need to do this one
Mm-hmm.
because if I will not move, and after 2 days, maybe my channel will all get red.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, it takes a lot for your channel to go red. It'll go start going yellow when you get down about 2,500
Mm.
for the year. Then it allows you to get that 2,500 back to keep your monetization.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, speaking of monetization, 2 weeks, Brett, or waiting for 2 weeks or 3 weeks?
Me?
Yeah,
Who? You mean because strike?
your channel. Yeah,
Yeah, it's like 2 weeks from now. Exactly 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
I can stream off
I
it.
hope it
I've
will be.
uploaded videos. I've uploaded like short videos a bunch of times. I don't know. There's like 6 or 7 of them since my channel strike.
Hope it will be okay after
Mm-hmm.
2 weeks.
Mm-hmm. It just it still
Hello,
tells you to get creator
Anne. Big
video.
love shout out, Anne. Hello, hello. Thank you for coming. Bessie Joyce, big love out. Big
Hi,
love
sis
shout out,
Bessie.
Sissy.
Yeah.
Ayan. Thank you, Sissy Bessie, for coming. Takla.
Well,
Anong takla? Hey, si Jessie. Hello, hello. Big love shout out.
Hi, sis Hazy Cheesy.
got a
Anong
few
takla,
good channels
Sissy?
coming in now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What is takla, Sissy? Mega love shout out 7 million in the house. What is takla?
I don't know what takwa means either.
Sissy, anong takla? It's, I think, Philippine, but I don't know. Hola, bola. Let me share to Jim is sleeping right now, Sissy.
No, it'd be 9 in the morning for him. I don't know if he's sleeping or not.
Us, maybe.
9:18 in the morning.
Sissy, hey, Sissy, hi from Anlin. And talking with Ed. Hello, hello, brother.
Hi, Ed.
Talking with Ed.
I was on his last stream panel for a while too, probably for like an
Oh,
hour.
okay. So how are you doing? Hello, host and panel from Talking with Ed. So how are you doing, brother? Talking with Ed.
Yeah, he gets to go to the Indy 500. It'll be fun to go there. The Indy 500 is coming up. He's going, I think, this weekend to do. They do the qualifying, and the week after they do the race.
Mhm. Fixing my car. You're fixing your car, and you're here.
What's wrong with your car, Ed?
Talking with Ed. Hi from Anlin Flags. What's wrong with your car? My brake lights. Oh,
That's an easy fix.
Your brake lights, those are you have to replace them, or the light bulbs are out, or what? 'Cause I had to replace the. They crashed into a tree in my brother's house, backing my car up, and I had to fix my tail light. It was easy. It was like 4 screws is all it was, and then you just pop the tail light off, and then unhook the wire, the plug where it goes into the it's like a hole inside the body, and then it goes inside of there, and you just unhook the plug it back in, and just put the this little grommet thing on, and then the 4 screws back in. Because
is
on
Lone
on
Wolf.
the outside of the
Lone
light,
Wolf is in vacation now. 6
6
lights
lights
were
were out.
out.
Jeez, I didn't even know they had that
Six.
many tail lights on cars.
What is a lot of light
Yeah,
out from the car?
I've had a tail light out before, but it was just like one. Usually, it's like one goes out most of the time. Because they eventually, if you have a car that has the older style, most
Oh,
cars still have like the older style tail lights in them. They burn out fast if they're the standard like incandescent bulbs. So some newer cars have like LED bulbs in them that last longer. Of course, you probably would never have to replace in your car.
mhm.
Sounds like a
Just,
GT to me.
and like some the like luxury cars have like have like LED headlights, and you don't even have to. I don't think you'd ever replace those in your car. How long they last? Like 25,000 hours.
I can't relate to that. Don't have
Mm-hmm.
car.
Yeah, I used to do a little bit of work on my own car. I would like change the oil. I know how to change oil. I know how to like.
Yeah, all of them
I
went
removed an
out at the
alternator.
same.
I removed
What?
alternators from cars.
I read that once. He said, yeah, all of them went out at the same time. How
Mhm.
come? How come the same time they went?
I don't know, but I've worked on cars before. Me and my brother helped I had a Samurai for a while, an 80, 87 Samurai, and me and my brother put a lift on it. So my brother does all his work on his own. Other than engine work, he doesn't know how to do it. He does all the suspension and all the axles and everything on all of his, and then like simple fixes like putting new alternator, new starters, all that stuff in his own off road. He has 2 off road rigs, an '84 4Runner and '84 Toyota pickup. They're not street legal. They're built for off road only. They have to be trailered because once you put a lift on a car, and then the tires go outside the wheel wells, and then plus too, if there's no fenders on it, they're street legal, not legal anymore for the street, at least in Washington. But you want to drive on the street anyway because the suspension and the steering is so loose that it wouldn't be good to drive on the street. And they have lockers in them, so they're not good on the street either.
Lalabs Alimar, are you done with your dinner? Oh, it's dinner. Definitely finished.
Yeah, did you see yesterday there was like a few people streaming the Miss Universe pageant?
Oh, I never watched Miss Universe.
Neither do I. I think it's kind of boring. That was true.
I think finish, right?
Yeah,
I never watched.
that was last night. Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
It only,
And
it
who
only
wins?
lasts it only lasts
And
like
who
2 hours,
wins?
2 hours or something.
Did our
Mexico, Mexico, Miss
Mexico
Mexico.
and second? Who's second
I
one?
don't know. I didn't catch that part, but Miss Mexico won.
I will replay it later. Hello, Ellie. How are you doing, Ellie? My brother, heavenly brother. Ellie is so religious. What? Kuya drop out?
Hi, Ellie.
Mm.
Yeah, that. I mean, I know there was Miss Philippines was in it, but I don't know what she finished because they only say the winner, first runner up, and
Oh,
second runner up.
I am not in the mood, Hong Kong, for to joke around. What happened? What happened to you, Ellie? I heard that you were upset for what today? What happened to you? Me too hard. What happened? Talking with Ed Hello from Heart, Gaspar. What happened, Ellie? Heart is here. Can you tell us what happened? You can have shout out, Sissy Heart Gaspar. Yeah, someone told me that you were upset in Heart live streaming, but I don't know why you were upset.
So, Ed,
Mm,
what type of car do you have or vehicle? It could be a truck or an SUV, not a car, but
Hello, Heart.
because when I was on with Ed, we talk
It's
about
it
sports
hit
and auto
Gaspar.
racing. Huh? We talk about sports and auto racing when I was on his panel. Like when not last night, but the day before that, I think it was. Because he goes to race. He goes to like Daytona Raceway.
Hyundai Tucson. Mm.
Hyundai Tucson. Okay, yeah, that's like a small SUV. Because I have a Hyundai Accent, which is a little bit is like probably it's smaller than your SUV. I have a 2017 Hyundai Accent hatchback Sport. It's like a little smaller than an Elantra, like GT. It's probably like a I don't know 10 or 11 inches, something like that, shorter.
Oh, it's okay, Ellie. It will be just 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 ignore us. Hello, brother. I'm talking with Ed from Deborah Ora.
I love. I already said. I think I said hi to her already. Tells me how fast I forget.
Anna is still not. I think Anna is okay. Oh, Kuya Mike is live, Brett.
Huh?
Kuya Mike, did you shared his is it live?
Who? Yeah, J
Mike
Mike. Yeah,
J Mike.
yeah, yeah. J Mike's been going live
Mm.
every day.
Oh, every day.
He only goes live for like an hour and a half, 2 hours though, or usually somewhere around there. But it's so hard, man. I have every week I have someone I sub to or like a friend that goes live. You know, like they never went live before, and then they go live, and it's like now I have to support like another person. Wow. You know, I like supporting people, but it's like at a certain point, if you go to a bunch of streams, you'll be able to be, I won't be able to be there very long in anybody's because because like last night I think I had like well, I had Eminem Journey was live. Sean
Mhm.
T. Uber was live. God, who else was live? There's a bunch of people live all at the same time. It's like hard to get it, you know. And then when like a bunch of people are using StreamYard, then you got to choose. You're like, well, I don't want to make this person feel bad because I can't go on their panel, and then this person's doing a
Mhm.
panel, and then I gotta choose who I go on. Like one time I had 6 people doing all doing panels at the same time, and then you got to
Oh my.
choose, and then you got to choose one to go on. Then it could make you look bad because you're like, she invited me on her panel, but then I like not like messaged me or anything, but she goes, oh, I wanted you to go on my panel, and I was on someone else's, and it makes you kind of feel bad. You know what I
Anlin
mean?
Vlogs making up shout out CC from Hazy Cheesy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I know why, but before I went a lot, especially when Pinoy Ahoy's doing his live
Mm-hmm.
stream. I have time to go in there,
Yeah.
but now after I become so busy, so
Yeah.
instead of going to other live streaming, so I do my live just like this
Mm-hmm.
morning.
Yeah.
But you know what I did? I put my phone here in my room, and I was chatting outside.
Mm-hmm.
It's quite difficult, but
Yeah.
we need to. So the only thing before your channel strike, you can do the live stream, right? Live
Mm-hmm.
streaming.
Yeah.
So
But I've done,
I hope after 2 weeks.
yeah.
Love you, Cece loves Deborah from Hazy
I've
GC.
done like seven lives on my other channel, but I haven't been going live much. Last time I went live was, let me see.
A week ago,
No, it was like 12 days ago.
more than 1 week. Oh.
Almost, yeah, it'll be 2 weeks on
And Hazy GC, love
Wednesday.
you more, my heavenly sister.
I just haven't gone live as much. I haven't.
Oh, I forgot I will share my like to another.
Because I just don't have a desire to go live. Yeah.
This kind of this this hour, I think if you decide to go live, I think this hour is better.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. Brother Shane Williams, happy birthday to it's her birthday. Hello, good friend Ellis. Good friend Ellis. Sean
Mm-hmm.
William, good morning to you from Anlin Vlog. Hello, brother Ed from Sean Williams.
It says Sean Williams, happy birthday to Emmy. Oh, it's Emmy's birthday.
I don't know.
Happy birthday
Maybe.
to your
Today,
girlfriend,
Shane,
Sean.
happy birthday to
You
you,
don't know if
my
someone
friend.
else's birthday, who it is.
Ellie, it's not Shane birthday. It's Emmy. She said doing more videos. What's talking with it said I like doing more videos than LS. If you see, I've only done maybe 5 LS in 2 years. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
really?
Um,
Thank you so much.
Someone else's birthday today too. You know her, Choppy Poi. It's Choppy Poi's birthday today.
Oh, I haven't seen Chappy Boy in YouTube.
She's busy a lot. She's married and has 3 kids.
Mm,
So yeah, she's busy, and then of course she does stuff sometimes like outside of YouTube. Like her and her husband have a boat, like a 42-foot boat, and they go
uh-huh.
out on it sometimes. And then she does other stuff. Of course she plays with her kids a lot. Does stuff with her. I think her
It's
youngest
quite
kid's what, 2 years old or two and a
it's
half or
quite
something.
tough.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then I think her husband has I think he has 2 kids from his previous marriage. Because they have like
Who got previous married? His husband?
no Choppy Poi. I think so. Yeah, because he's a lot older than her.
Oh,
He's probably I don't
okay.
know, he's probably around 50 years old or something.
Mm. So her and friends live stream other day, few days. She's so busy. Oh, okay. You mean
Yeah,
Choppy
I,
Boy?
I saw her like last week in a stream for like a little while. I think it was like Hazy Cheesies or um, Marty Duffy's or something. Well,
Send
one of
my
two.
regards to your girlfriend, brother Sean, to Amy. I think I don't know Amy, right?
No,
I
I
haven't
don't really
seen
know
her.
her either.
Oh,
But
so he's not.
yeah,
She's not in YouTube.
yeah, she no, yeah, she is. Hmm.
Oh, really? Mm-hmm.
She just doesn't ever go to anybody's streams that I know. She has a YouTube channel, yeah,
Oh,
and then she
okay.
does uploads once in a while on it.
Oh,
But I wish Choppy Poi happy birthday because I have her on. We're friends on Messenger and Facebook, and I wrote on her timeline happy birthday. You know how you can write on someone's timeline on Facebook?
is Choppy Boy is in your group? Not, no, not there, right?
I don't remember. I don't think so.
Yeah, I have also
I mean,
Bisaya today. Yini
no,
Amudia not there.
no. But I'm close with like some of those people. I'm fairly close to some of those people. I just don't. I just haven't really added anybody more because after a while, it's like you get so many people in there, and then like sometimes Messenger, man, I have to mute the group chats because it just goes off. Like sometimes it's like
Sometimes, sometimes I did that to some of my because I have a lot of groups. So some are still muted until now.
yeah, because I was like, man, I got to mute them sometimes. And I go, I'm going to mute this one for like 2 hours because the people are talking a lot in it or whatever it is. You know, you can mute it for like 30 minutes or 15 minutes. You can mute it for an hour, and you can mute it for like there's like some options you can do. And I'm like, I'm muting this thing for like an hour, man, because like for like example, I muted yours. Was it like I don't know? Yeah, a couple of days ago when people were
She
talking a
has
lot.
channel upload if she's not so busy. Oh,
She
okay.
works a lot. His girlfriend
Okay.
is a OFW that works in Saudi Arabia, I believe.
Okay, okay, that's
She
why.
works a lot, and you know what it is. No offense, people, but most
I
Saudi
hope she's
Arabian,
okay.
yeah,
I hope she's okay in Saudi.
but most people that work that are like OFWs that work for work for a Saudi Arabia. They work in Saudi Arabia for a Saudi Arabian person. Most of them get work super hard and get like
Because
they, most of them don't get treated the best either. No, no offense to
you know in
that.
you know in Middle East, their house are so big, not just really really big, and wow,
But like in the
just
Middle
like you
East,
need, you need.
they work them a lot. Because I know like when Giggly Girl was living in the Middle East, dude, she was working like 17, 18 hours a day.
Oh, most of us OFWs working the same.
Yeah, because you got well, no offense, but I mean, no one should ever have to work that much
But here, since this home is
because
very
they know you
small,
guys will do it.
it's
Is
really
why
small.
they make you work that hard. They know you guys will do it. They're like, well, we'll work you long ass hours and barely give you breaks, and then because we know you'll do it.
The
There's
the bad thing in Middle East, some of employers in Middle East didn't give rest day.
yeah, I heard
That's
what's her
that's
name
the
on a shooting star stream last week. Well, what's her name was talking about it. That she works in Hong Kong, where she works for an American guy, and then her
oh
and
it's
then her
it's it's Daimil.
I think yeah, and she was saying that
Yeah,
her bosses are an American guy and a Brazilian lady,
yeah.
and
I
she goes,
I
well,
was there. I
and
heard
she
that
goes,
when she talked.
if I worked for a Chinese person, they wouldn't be as like lenient with breaks and like let me rest. She was saying
That's true.
most of the Chinese people don't give you breaks. They expect you to work like 17, 18 hours a day without any breaks.
Yeah,
Usually,
that's true.
just like in the
That's
Middle
correct.
East too. In the Middle East, they wouldn't hardly ever give them breaks either.
I've
At
been
like
in Middle
17
East.
hours.
I've been in United in UAE, United Arab Emirates. But the thing there is, even the house is so big, like three big rooms. But the good thing there, even there is two kids. The good thing was after my work, I can sit in my room.
Mhm,
I can um and I am always alone at home,
mhm,
so I can rest well. And after they eat lunch about 3 p.m. and usually they don't eat dinner, only the kids. If they
mhm,
want if they want to, I think they will just go out. So it's not. I'm still lucky if I may say, because the house is so big, and then after work you can rest, you can sleep if you want. And
mhm,
our room is was still big, just like the room.
mhm.
But here's some, some of these people here. They are so mean. They don't want their housemate to rest until 12, 1, something like that.
Mhm. Yeah, but the funny thing is like they know it was not funny, but they know you'll work, and they don't know if W will take that job and work like that, and they'll go, oh well I can work for 17 hours and not really give them breaks, and then they're going to do the job until people start going, well, I'm not going to put up with that. They're going to keep
Yeah,
doing it.
that's right, brother Ed. But if you know your rights, and if you read your contract before you come in one place to work for this kind of job, you should know first what is your rights. So
Hmm.
you cannot be, because if some employers, if they say that you are just like, you know, just following their orders, and you didn't complain at all, then they will keep on doing
Yeah, that's what I
every
mean.
day.
Yeah, we'll keep on doing it. If
Yeah,
if if the employer, if the employee puts up with it, like an employer can do anything if an employee puts up with
yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah. So we have this page in Facebook, like social work, immigrants worker. And every day I read a lot of complaints from the maids, from all the maids that are
Mhm,
working here, and they are asking, "Can you please advise me what to do? Because my employer, is it right that even it's my day off, my employer has the right to ask me to do this?" And of course, I have to sometimes, because once I write the comment, and then all the comments will notify me. So sometimes I just, you know your rights, so don't don't do it. If it's your off, then it's your off. You don't need to work at home. You take rest. But my employer asked me to, then don't go to your agency and complain to your agency that
yeah.
your employer is asking you like this.
Mhm,
So it's not right. It's
yeah.
not in contract.
Because
Especially those. Mm,
in like what United States workers have rights. Like
yeah.
when you go to like Middle East or some similar country, a lot of times the workers don't have rights.
They
You know,
think they owe
Like in
you,
Saudi
and
Arabia, I
like
can
you
tell you right
say, you
now,
know your
they're
right
they're,
before you accept. Yeah.
they're not going to treat employees good if they can't even treat women like equals to a man in Saudi Arabia. I'm sorry to say, but they don't even treat women like equals. The
It's
women don't have the same
okay.
rights
It's
as men do.
it's okay if you do something for your employer in your own will,
Mhm,
not forcing you to do what they want. So it's okay if they really good, if your employer is really good and
mhm,
they asking you a favor. So of course it's your between you and your employer. But to force
yeah.
you to do this before you go, sometimes there are some Filipino here. They have to wait the employer until they woke up. And
Hmm.
what time they woke up? They woke up like 11 in the morning. So how many hours did the helper spend outside? because they have,
Mhm.
while the employer is sleeping, she had to make the the house, to clean the house, to take care of the kids. It's so
Mhm.
annoying, so
But see
annoying.
what the funny though, if you look at some of the Middle Eastern countries, like I'll tell you right now, I was on her stream a lot when she streamed more because right now she doesn't have a good internet connection. But Giggly Girl, I don't know if you know her, Giggly Girl. I've known her for probably like I've known her for like over a year, like almost a year and a half. And I think I met her in January of last year, and she worked for a family, and she took care of kids, like young kids. I think the oldest kid was probably like 5 or 6 years old, and
Mhm.
and the parents were never. She even said the parents were hardly ever around the kids. They would have her take care of the kids like 95% of the time, and then the parents would be like on their phone or watching TV or doing something else and not even paying
Exactly.
attention to the kids. And then the funny thing was I think when she was leaving, she said, if I can remember right, she said the kids were sad because she was more like a mom to them than the actual parents
Of
were.
course, yeah, yeah. But once the kid become very close to their helper, they get jealous. But what? Oh, there's nothing that they can do because
Mhm.
they have more time outside. They have more time in their phones, talking to their phones,
Yeah.
talking with anyone than their own kids. They don't like kids. They don't like kids.
Yeah, it's like these parents go, well, I can have
Hi,
kids, but
Reina.
then hi, Auntie Rena. So some people go, I can have kids, but I don't want to take care of them, so I'm going to hire a
Mm,
nanny so they can take care of my kids, and I don't have to do
yeah,
anything most of the
yeah.
time. That's why I don't like a lot of celebrities. I mean, no offense to celebrities, but they got a lot of money and they go, I'm going to hire a nanny so I don't have to do a lot with my kids, so I can do whatever I want. That's like you should take
Yeah.
responsibility for your kids. You
That's
know what I
what
mean?
happening here. Si
If
Serena
you choose to
Lopez
have kids,
sleeping
be
here.
responsible and take care of them. You
And
know
they
what I
become
mean?
very jealous, and they become very jealous once
Yeah.
the kids become very, you know at home, very close to the mates. They get jealous
Yeah,
and
the nanny.
get
Yeah.
mad, get mad to the nanny.
But then the problem is, well, then they can just do a thing and go spend more time with your kids. If you're jealous about it, spend more time with your kids. They're your kids, and you don't want to spend time with them. That's your problem because it's gonna affect the kids more than you know. Because the kids will
Mm,
grow up and go, well, my parents weren't there a lot when I was younger. And then when they get an adult and get their own opinions and their own thoughts, they're gonna be like, maybe I don't want to hang around my parents because they weren't there when I was anymore. They won't could possibly not have a good relationship with them, you know.
hello, si
Because
Serena
I know a
and
lady
Deb.
that's one of my mom's friends, and she's only like 5 years older than me. She does not have a good relationship with her mom because her mom um how it was she was explaining to me her mom um has this has this kid that she took in. She didn't adopt him or nothing, but she took him in, and they lived with um, my mom's friend, and
Mhm.
as a kid in their house and stuff, and then she treats and my mom's friend's mom, which her name is Jessica. This lady Jessica's mom treats this person that she took in to her house better than she treats her own daughter. And then
Oh,
and so her daughter's like, I don't want anything to do with my mom because she doesn't even treat me like her daughter. She treats this other person that she bring into her house like a
mhm.
long time ago, and it treats her more like a daughter than she treats me. And I'm her blood and everything. And she
That's
goes, well, I don't want
bad.
anything to do with my mom anymore. She
And that's
said,
the
well,
time
Pat,
the kids will, get become rebel to the
yeah.
parents.
Or it's like, example, like my sister. I have a 51-year-old half sister. She doesn't even hardly even talk to her kids ever. And then
Mhm.
she's got 4 adult kids. One of them's like nine. One of them's nine. The youngest adult one's 19, and she's got I think a 16 or 17-year-old. I can't remember how old he is, but I think he's like a sophomore or junior in high school. And she doesn't hardly even talk to him. Like I saw him like probably 4 years ago, and they go. My dad asked him the two the youngest one, do you talk to your mom? He goes, no, I haven't talked to my mom in like 2 years at the time. So they don't hardly ever talk to their mom or even see her because she doesn't want to. She doesn't have the. She doesn't even try to even take time most of the time to even go see them. It's kind of sad. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
it's it's sad when the
yeah,
parents disown you and
yeah, or don't want
own
to hardly ever
other
talk to
people.
you
Yeah.
because like my sister took. like drugs and pills and alcohol, and then and then
Okay, that's
and
so
then
that's
her three. Well, she had two ex-husbands, and now she's on. I think she's still married to this guy from like
so
probably
ex-husbands.
6 or 7 years ago that she married, and then my oldest nephew didn't want anything to do with him because she goes, well, my sister was marrying this guy, and my nephew was already like 20. He was like 23 or 24 at the time already, and he's like, I met this guy once, and then he already wanted me to call he wanted me to call him dad, and I met the guy once, and he's like, I'm not going to call you dad. I don't even know you. And he was expecting her kids to call him dad and stuff. And he goes, I don't want anything to do with you.
Yeah,
And he goes,
it's like a
and then
stranger.
yeah, he's like a stranger. He met him once for
Oh,
like a short period of time. And then
wow.
that was it. And then so he goes, well, he's a stranger. I don't even know the guy. Why should I call you dad? And then he goes, well, I don't want anything to do with him either because he like got my sister into like not a good place, and like so like they don't even they may talk to their mom more now, but I don't know. But because my dad stays in contact with them through like Facebook, all of his or most of his grandkids, like the oldest one, the one that's name has the same. What's funny is I've only known my sister. Let me see, I've known my sister 17. I think it's like 18 years. I think I've known her. I found out when I was like I think like 20, 22. I think I found out when I had a half sister. It's like the whole long story, but um
Mhm.
yeah, like since then my um since probably for like 14 or 15 years, the younger ones, even when they were in high school and like grade school, they didn't even live with my sister most of the time. It's like they like
It's
like the youngest one's living with, I think, her ex
it's
sister-in-law.
it's difficult. It's difficult, especially in the in the young age of those kids, and you leave them, or you
Yeah.
bring someone to live with you in the house. It's
Hmm.
I can take the risk of the safety of my kids first before other people.
Yeah. Because my thing too is like it's like you won't realize what you do to your kids when you don't spend time with them, because one of these days you're gonna get old, and you're gonna be you're like getting older. You can't walk good anymore, and you can't hear good anymore because you're like 85, 90 years old, or however long you live, and then you're gonna be like, man, you'll be like maybe starting to like get sick or something, and you won't be around long, and you're gonna be like, I wish I spent more time with my kids. Like for example, like my dad still regrets to this day.
Mhm.
My dad's dad died when my dad was 20 years old, and my dad still regrets this today because my dad was in the Coast Guard, and when his dad died, he didn't. My dad didn't go, and my dad didn't go to his funeral. And my dad still regrets it to this day because he was in the Coast Guard. He probably could have asked his whatever they call it in the military, like his captain or like whoever you asked to have leave. He probably could have asked, and he goes, I probably could have got it off. Like I got at least one day off, or like one, like and went there and went to my dad's funeral. But he still regrets to this day that he didn't go to his dad's funeral. It's like something you'll never get back. And my
And it-
dad's dad was only 50 when he died.
and
He barely turned
if
50.
if you're not treating your kids very well, one of this day, or if you go old, and those kids also it's like the story itself um, repeat repeat itself. The story repeat itself.
Mhm.
It's like what those kids saw you or before when they were young, they will also do again to their own kids until like long. It's
Yeah,
like
but one of
so
my
the parents must
yeah,
be the good example for the children.
and one of my aunt and uncles is one of my mom's younger brothers. Well, he has the same birthday as my mom, and he's a year younger. His name is Ron, and his wife Karen. Well, like it's been a while now. It's probably been like probably been like 20 years or something. They fought. They were foster parents for a while, where they'd foster kids probably for like a year, 2 years, or whatever, and they took in multiple different kids. Well, they took in this one kid and her sister. Well, they ended up adopting the younger one, like when she was probably like 12. They took her into the foster, and then maybe like a year and a half, or well, it takes like a couple years to do all the paperwork and all that crap to be able to adopt a kid. Like in the United States, it takes a while, but they fostered her for probably like a year and a half, 2 years, and then they adopted her, and then she's has 2 kids of her own, and then she's probably like 30 or some years old now. I don't even know. I'd have to, but yeah, her name is Tiffany, and so that's kind of cool, like my parents were nice, because what it was this kid was in a abusive, like
Oh,
her
that's
mom and dad used to fight all the time, because her biological mom and dad, when she was younger, and they were like they're like drug addicts and stuff, and they would always fight with each other, and then she saw that, and then it's good they got her out of that, but then the problem is she followed in the foot, like, and she's been in rehab at least twice, so it's not good. It's not good. Your kids will usually, like if you see some, like if your parents aren't around when your kids, like with their kids, and then when their kids get older, they'll most likely do the exact same thing that your parents do. More likely than not, most of the time they do the exact same thing, which could be drugs, or like they could just be where they don't see their kids very often because they learned it from their mom and dad.
I don't.
It's that way.
It's not good. I think it's not good idea if you mix your own kids with the other kids, just like your partner's kids.
Mm-hmm.
They will have a fight between them.
Yeah, usually.
And jealousy always there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I know like one of my cousins was with this guy, and then they broke up for a little while, and they got back together, and now they're broken up again. But what it was like my cousin had this cousin had a kid with her first marriage that she divorced from, and she's 13 now, and when my cousin was dating this guy, he had 2 older kids that were like older than her. They were like in high school and stuff, and they didn't want to hang around with because they were living together probably for like a year, couple years. They were living together, and they didn't want to. My cousin's boyfriend's kids didn't want to hang around with my cousin's daughter. They wanted to hang around with her. She would want to do stuff with them, and they would be like standoffish. Wouldn't want to do stuff with her most of the time, and then like my cousin's boyfriend at the time didn't want to like she wouldn't treat her the same as she would treat her own daughters, as his own daughters. She would like not treat them the same, and so that's what ultimately got my cousin to break up with her boyfriend the first time. Then they got back together, and then now they're broken up officially. And then they actually bought a house together.
Still
Kind of
so
sucked
young,
too. They
right?
bought a house together because they were dating probably for like 2 or 3 years before that, before they knew of each other.
Mm-hmm. That's the result of broken family.
Mm-hmm.
The kids grow up without proper
Parenting.
guidance from the parents,
Yeah,
and they will become parents
parenting.
soon, and it will repeat again
Yeah.
because they didn't learn from the parents. The
Mm-hmm.
parents must be the model first for
Yeah.
the kids.
Because what
But
it
if
is
the
here's a
kids,
saying. Here's a saying that people
it's
say.
bad.
Yeah. Here's a saying that people say is like, be a parent first and
Exactly.
before a
Yeah.
friend. Because what it is, a lot of parents try to be like best friends with their kids, and
Mhm.
most of those parents that are like that, it doesn't work out. their kids end up either rebelling, or the kids get in trouble, or the kids don't talk to their parents, or you know what I mean, or they don't have the right discipline and they grow up doing like bad stuff a lot of the time. You got to be a parent to your kids, and yeah, I'm not a parent, but my parents got divorced when I was 11. For example, like my mom and dad were married for 20 years. They got divorced, and then my mom, kind of, I mean, she's there in my life now, but she was kind of not for like a year and a half. She was kind of like not there very much. And then my dad was the breadwinner, so he got the house and all that stuff. And then so my dad's been there for me a lot. And my mom's there for me now, but you know, but it's like I'm not really that messed up because my parents told me what was going on. They were honest with me. They still love me all the time. You know, they didn't like really not ever like abandon me. You know what I mean? And like if you have a kid, man, you gotta be a parent to the kid, not the kid's best friend. I see a lot of people trying to be their best friend to their kids, and then their kids end up turning out to be like get in trouble a lot in school, or when they're in school they get in trouble a lot, or they grow up to like be like a lot of the time do drugs or like get in trouble because their parents are like, oh, I'm gonna be your best buddy. I'm gonna buy you everything, and we're gonna go hang out together all the time, or I'm gonna let you do this and that. You know, they don't discipline their kids hardly ever. And their kids just walk all over the parents. It's happening more. It's happening more with younger generation, like the generation after me that are starting to have kids. They're like in their 20s. You know, they're like enabling their kids a lot of the time. Like I see it in like real life. When their kid cries, they just hand them their cell phone, and they let the kid play on the cell phone for like a long time or whatever happens. You see it at IKEA when the kid cries, it is enabled. They go, "Oh, you want some ice cream? Oh, you got upset. I'm going to go buy you some ice cream, and it'll make you happy again." They enable a kid that the kid knows that he can cry and he'll get his way every time. He'll get something bought for him. I saw this one lady in IKEA. Her kid was throwing a tantrum, like running around, touching stuff, and like started throwing a fit. And then, the mom goes, "Oh, I'll make you feel better. I'll buy you some ice cream." You can go get some ice cream in the bistro at IKEA or something like that. And I'm like, you're enabling your kid to be able to throw tantrums, and then you'll just enable them by doing it, by just going, "Oh, you can do it, but I'll buy you ice cream." You know what I mean? It's not my reason to say that. The parent can do whatever they want, but it's like you're enabling your kid. And that's how a lot of the parents are these days. The kid just walks all over them. And the damn kid was only like 2.5 or 3 years old. It's not like he was an old kid, man. I mean, the kid could barely talk.
When your parents separate, Brett, you were 11, right?
When I was 11, 1992.
And then how does it feel?
It kind of sucked at first, but then I was like, yeah. It was actually better because when I look back on when I started getting into like high school, and I was like thinking about it, I go, it was actually a better idea because it would have been worse off. My parents would have stayed together and tried to make it work because they would have been miserable, and then it just wouldn't have been good for them. It wouldn't have been good for either of them.
You mean they always fight? They always
they just wouldn't talk to each other.
Oh,
because I remember like I was old enough to remember like the last couple of years when they were married, my dad and my mom would very seldom talk to each other. They would always almost always try to be in different rooms. Like they would pass by each other in the hall and blah, 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 but they wouldn't hardly ever talk to each other. So it was like the thing is it wasn't good. I mean, and plus too, so
you're the most affected.
No, I wasn't really that affected, to tell you the truth. I was like, it was sad at first, and I was like, eh. I mean, I learned how to take it. My dad explained it, and he explained that they weren't happy in their marriage anymore. And you know, he told us at a young age. He told us when I was like a little bit after they started having problems. He told me my dad was straight honest. You know, my dad was one of those people that doesn't like he told us what was going on. And when my brother was old enough, my brother was in like 8th grade. So he was old enough to understand what was going on. You know, I understood some of it, but then, you know, because I noticed that they wouldn't talk to each other and stuff, and for like a while, and we went to like, remember, it was really bad. We went on a houseboat trip with my elementary school principal's family, and then another family. We went on this big houseboat. You know what a houseboat is? It's like a floating
So,
motorhome, and it has had like a little, like, probably 30 horsepower motor, and then my dad had his boat at the time, so we yeah, and then we went on that, and you could tell that's when it was the end, because I remember thinking about that back. I can still remember
so
some of
when
that
they
trip,
so
and
when they
I can remember
separated,
that
you
they
were with
weren't
your
happy. They
mom.
wouldn't talk to each other at all. The whole time they didn't talk to each other. So when I look back on it, I still had fun, but it would have been more fun if my parents weren't like that, because I noticed it even when I was 11, something was going on. You know,
So
because
when
they
they
didn't want to talk to
separated,
each other.
so when they separated, Brett, you were
No,
with your mom.
they just got a divorce. They didn't play around.
So you were with your mom when
No, I
they
was with my
separated.
dad. I was with my
Oh,
dad.
your dad.
From when I
So
was 11
who
until I was
who was with
24,
your
I lived with
mom?
my dad.
Who was with your mom then?
Nobody. Well,
Oh,
my mom had a boyfriend for like probably 4 years. About the time they
oh.
got divorced, she had a boyfriend, but
Mhm.
they didn't last. They only lasted till like 90, 95 or 96. But my mom's been ever single ever since. And my dad's remarried. My dad has my stepmom. He's been married to my stepmom probably for I'd have to ask him, like 8 years, I think. But they've been dating for like, I think, probably 13 now, or almost 13 years. And they re got back together, because my dad and my stepmom dated the senior year of high school together. They went to the same high school, and then my dad found out through a friend when he went to his 40th year reunion that Elaine, is her name, was single, and my dad contacted her, and then they were apart for 40 years.
Get everything fixed. Heading to do some errands. See you guys soon. Okay, brother Ed, take
By
care.
Ed,
Be
but
safe.
they were well, my dad and my stepmom didn't talk for 40 years and reconnected, and now they've been married for, I think it's been 8. I don't know how to have to,
Sis,
but they've been
Raquel. Hello, hello.
hi sis Raquel. But yeah, so they've been together, and they're still together. Um yeah they um are
Thank you,
happy.
Sissy. So they both happy now.
Yeah, and they're both together. Well, they'll probably be there. They'll stay together, because I don't see them, because they're getting old. They're both 71, so they'll stay together as long as they're alive. I don't,
But it's better now than before. They can talk now, unlike before.
no, my dad and my mom hardly ever talk.
Still not talking until now.
No, because why? They're not married.
No, even just like for the old days'
You know,
sake.
they don't talk much. But the thing is, though, is that they were, well, my mom was with them at my birthday party, because I invited my dad and my stepmom, of course, and I invited my mom, and then I invited my brother, and so they were there, and then they talk a little bit. They ask how they ask how each other's doing and stuff like that. You know, they wish, like my mom wishes my dad to be happy all the time, of course, and then so does my dad. But they talk a little bit. It's usually about like me or my brother was what they talk about, if they ever talk to each other. But on stuff like that. But yeah,
Oh, Filipina Raquel don't have internet. See, Serena Roberts Hola.
yeah,
They
she's
don't have
using data.
internet.
She did that one other
Oh,
day too, like last week. She didn't have internet either.
mm-hmm.
But yeah.
So Tiger has so
Hmm.
so I just wanted when the parents separate with each other. But it's better to separate than to stay together.
Yeah, because you're gonna cause more problems with your
Yeah.
kid if you stay together. If you don't talk to each other, you're always fighting. It's better to separate, and then to actually, people go, oh, you need to try to make the marriage work, and I go, I mean, if it's not going to work out, just don't stay together. Just to stay together. The whole end of the thing is you want both people to be happy. If you're not happy in a marriage, there's no reason to stay together. Your ultimate goal in life is to be happy. It
The
doesn't
end of
matter
the
if you're
human.
single, if you're married, if you have kids or not. Your ultimate goal in life is to be happy with your life. You know, if you're not happy in your marriage, there's no reason to stay in it. And don't go. And I've heard a lot of people go, "Oh, well, I'm staying in it just because of the kids." That's not a reason to stay in a marriage. If you don't
Ouch,
like your
kapatid.
if you don't like
Kapatid,
your
ouch.
spouse, yeah, if you don't like your spouse, then don't stay in the marriage because it's just going to cause problems for your kids, especially if your kids are really young still. It's just going to cause problems for your kids. You're always arguing and stuff. They're going to see that and they're not going to be happy because you're going to eventually put them in the middle of it. I know people that used to argue all the time and shit, and
You
it
hit
wasn't
you
good.
hit
It
me
wasn't
there.
good for the kids at all.
You hit me
The kids
directly
saw
from
that.
there.
Yeah, the kids saw that
Very
and it
true
wasn't
because
good.
we're in the house. Oh,
Yeah, it sucks,
Andrew.
Andrew. Well, I know for a fact my sister's second husband, she has two kids from her second, no, three kids from her second husband, and those kids saw my sister get abused by her second husband because he was bipolar
Oh,
and he did drugs. So he was like abuser. He was like he was like if she wouldn't make him a sandwich right away, he would like slam her up against the wall and stomp on her feet and yell in her face and call her mean names a lot. And so that's not good because your kids see that and they go, oh, my dad's yelling at my mom. And the thing is like if I was in that situation and my dad was yelling at my mom and abused my mom, I wouldn't talk to my dad ever again. I don't put up with. My dad taught me when I was a little kid, don't don't uh don't abuse a woman. And then I don't put up with that stuff. If I had a friend that abused a woman, I would never talk to him again. 'Cause I'm like that shows your character right there. That you can't respect a woman, and not if you lay hands on her, like slam her to the ground or like throw her or like drag her by her hair, or do anything that's abusive.
Also, Andrew, the same as you. I remember when my dad and mom split. When my dad left, that came to me and told me, "You're the man now." I was only 10. So you were
Yeah,
11. Andrew was 10. So almost the
yeah.
same story.
But see, my dad took care of me though. My dad's been there. She's still there. Like if I need help with something or I need advice or if I go, Dad, can you come down and help me with this? He'll be like, okay, I'll let he'll let my stepmom know that he's going, I'm gonna come down and I'll help Brett for a day and then I'll probably be back the next day. I'll stay with him. He'll stay with my brother overnight, like sleep with him, I'll be back and drive back up there. And then my stepmom goes, okay, either it's my time to do stuff I want to do, like garden or do whatever she wants to do, or she'll go hang out with her friends. My dad does that probably like 3 or 4 times a year. He'll come down and visit me and my brother, and he comes down sometimes without my stepmom, and my stepmom goes and does stuff with her kids that time, or she goes and hangs out with one of her friends and gives her. And you need that. And what I found out is you need that in a marriage. You need time alone to do your own thing every once in a while, because being around anybody for hours a day is you're gonna fight eventually. I mean, even though you don't want to, you're gonna fight every once in a while, And then the whole thing is if you fight and then you have the you can get over it right away. Like my dad and my stepmom fight once in a while, but they fight and then like maybe a half an hour later it's over and they're back to normal again. You know what I mean? It doesn't last very long. Everybody gets in arguments. You cannot not get in an argument with someone at least once or twice in your life. Like
Now I understand.
I've argued with my best friend a couple times because
Now I
we
understand, kapatid. Now I understand why some of you guys who had experience like yours, like Andrew, grow up like there is in some point there seems you put a barrier between when you meet a woman, or it seems like you don't want to get along with a woman because you're scared to experience what you had experienced before.
not
Seems
really.
like
I mean, my I'm not really like that though, because I'm like, it was, like my old situation is just, I can be alone with a woman, and my thing is
But I think
my
I think you're okay because you had Deborah. You
yeah.
had Deborah. Yeah.
Mhm. But the thing though is like it's never good for the kids when you see your parents fighting. It's never
Mm.
good for the kids. If you see,
It's
especially if you see your
tiring.
parents fighting
I've been
like
in that.
every week or every day, because I know some people said, yeah, my like people that I know that are older that I've met, or like they go, or so some people I know that I've talked to in real life go, yeah, my parents fought every day when I was younger. They fought every single day
Even
for like
even
years
me,
before
even
they got
me, Brett,
divorced or whatever.
I do experience what you experience. It's like when every time every time they had a fight, I keep on, at the back of the door, and I was like shaking. I was so scared.
They're scared like
And
something would happen to you because they could. And then what another thing is too is like a lot of parents put use their kid as a pawn, like, oh, it was the kid's fault. The reason why we're doing this is because of the kid, and they blame it on, like a lot of parents blame it on their kids, and the kid had
same
nothing to
with
do with it. 'Cause I know a lot of people that had kids that their marriage
hello,
were not
Kuya.
good. Then hi Scotty B. Then they had to get divorced. But luckily, it's young enough. Like some parents either do it when the kid's older, so the kid already is like a teenager, and then they're already pretty much developed as an adult. They're more independent, and it doesn't hurt them as much. Or they do it when the kid's really young and the kid doesn't understand. Like when they get divorced, the kid could be like 2 or 3 years old and really doesn't understand what's going on, and
Yeah.
and then the kid won't be really affected by it most of the time. But if you do it when the kid's like a young teenager or like in elementary school, and the kid starts to know what's going on, it could affect the kid more.
I also been in that situation, and it's tiring. So that's
Mhm.
why I chose to live far. So I'm here in Hong Kong. They were there in Philippines. So
Mhm.
I feel like I feel better now that I'm far from dramas, from all of these problems.
Yeah.
So we're not just like you guys, that if you don't speak with each other, you have divorce. in
Mhm.
in Philippines, no. So the only way that I can do was move here. Not but
Yeah.
not really moving here. That I'm here for work. But it's a good thing that, you know done in the Philippines. Every day you have the fight, and the kids will see you fighting about something, or
Mhm.
it's tiring. It's very tiring. It's,
Yeah, then
it's
they're gonna be like,
and you
yeah.
don't
Then,
have
then
peace
the
of
kids
mind.
go when you guys are fighting. The kids are gonna go, well, I'm stuck in the middle, and I don't want to choose. I don't want to choose which parent to. They're like, well, they're probably thinking, whose side do I take, and blah blah blah
Yeah,
blah.
yeah.
They're thinking in their head, and you shouldn't choose that because it'll just make the situation worse. But one thing that's good about your situation though is you have your kids with you, you know, which is good. You have your kids with you,
You
you
know,
know.
if the case, you ask, like, who's going to who's going with me. I think I don't want any of my kids, like, okay, you go to your father. I will go. I will take you. I want all my kids for me. I don't want my kids separated with each other. I want them. But in my case, my kids are all grown up. So actually, I just had a 1-year-old grandson. So they are, and they know they know what is happening. I just don't want them to put, because I still have 16 and 17-year-old, still young. I
Mhm.
don't want them to I don't want them their mind to what's happening. I just want them to enjoy their life while I'm here. So I
Yeah.
think it's quite okay. At least where I'm
Mhm.
not fighting with anyone.
Yeah, and then what the funny thing is like well, it's not really funny, but there's families that have like multiple kids, and then one of them chooses when they get divorced, one of them chooses to live with the dad,
Thank
and
you,
then one of them
Kuya.
and one of them chooses, or one or two of them or three of them or whatever, or the combination of both choose to live with their mom, and then it's awkward situation. You know what I mean?
It's very difficult when you think about of, because for me, I always think about the kids. I didn't
Yeah, your
think about
kids are
myself. I'm
first.
always thinking about the kids.
You even think about your kids now, because like for example, here's one thing that their parents tell me, you'll never stop parenting your kid,
I
because what it
never
is,
stop parenting my kids.
I'll tell you right now, my dad's experienced more in his life, so he still gives me advice or like helps me out with stuff. Like he goes, "Oh, I know how to fix this, or I know how to do this." So I'm going to give you advice because he's been around longer and he's experienced more. He's done more stuff. He's worked on a lot of cars in his life. He knows how to like fix all kinds of stuff. He knows how to like do a lot of garden, like lawn stuff and like stuff outside. He knows how to like he's like my dad's like really crafty. He can like fix stuff. And that's one reason why no offense, but she's kind of thinks he's semi-serious. So that's one reason why I married your dad, because he's really handy, so he knows how to fix stuff, and he's really good like that.
When your
That's part of the reason.
when your stepmother married your dad, he already handicapped.
No, neither of them were.
Mm.
Neither of them are still. No, my dad still does stuff on his own. So does my stepmom. They can walk around and do their stuff on their
Oh,
own. I mean, they're still pretty mobile. Yeah, my stepmom has like one partial knee replacement, and then my dad has like two fake knees. But other than that, he still gets around. I can notice he's getting older. I mean, in the last probably like couple years, I can notice he's slowed down a little bit, because just like with his fake knees, they don't hurt when he like walks around, but they stiffen up when he like sleeps, or like when he sits down in the couch for a while, like a chair. It takes him like twice as long to get up. But that's also like old age, because I can just tell, like in the morning it takes him longer to get out of bed in the morning. And, he doesn't walk
because of their
downstairs
age.
as fast as he used to. Yeah, there's nothing you can do about it. It's a lot of it's aging. Some of it is artificial needs, but a lot of it's just aging. It's kind of sad when you start getting to an age where you notice your parents are starting to slow down, and they can't do some of what they used to.
Anything.
It's like my best friend's dad, 74, and my stepmom, or his mom, which I call her mom too. She's been there for like me in my life, and she's like another mom to me. And I tell her I love her, and I hug her when I go down and see her and stuff. And she's really cool. But she noticed that she was telling her husband, this was like last year, you need to start slowing down and not working as hard, because you can't do what you used to do when you were even like probably 5 or 10 years ago. You
Yeah, of
can't.
course, because they
And
get old.
yeah,
They're,
my best friend's
they're
dad
getting
has like a
older.
bum leg. He still limps around because he got in a bad motorcycle accident. He limps around, and he still tries to work hard like he was like 25, 30 years old. And he can't do some of the stuff he used to. I even noticed last time I was down there, I was like, man, I go, you need to take some breaks and sit down, because you're working yourself too hard. Your mind is still trying to go, well, I'm a healthy 25-year-old now. I'm still super strong, and I can do everything. And then he's like one of those guys that's old school that doesn't ask for help a lot. He doesn't want to ask for help because he's like, I can do it. And then you notice like his sons, sometimes when they like, his oldest son lives next to him, and his son notices, Dad, you need some help, man. You're getting old, and you can't do it like you used to. You need to ask for some help, because my best friend's dad's a tough guy. I mean, he works harder than most like 25-year-olds I've seen. Man, he can, and he works super hard. He like barely ever, when I go down there, he maybe watches TV maybe for like an hour and a half, and then the rest of the time he's sleeping, or he barely hardly ever sits down either. Like he'll sit down and relax, like if we're talking and stuff. But he, like, sometimes I'll be down at his house, and I'll be talking with my best friend's mom. We'll supposed to be talking about something, and all of a sudden we'll supposed to be talking and concentrating on what we're saying, and then we'll get up and go, where'd Mike go? And then we go out, and he's like watering the garden, or went out to mow the lawn. And I'm like, oh, yep. He talked for a while, but then he just gets like, I can't sit down anymore. I need to be doing something all the time. It's like his thing, or most of the time. He's like one of those people that has to do something a lot. And then he works himself too hard, and then and then he like a couple of times he got injured because he worked himself too hard, you know, at an older age. And it's kind of sad to see that when your parents are getting old, because what it is, people say when your parents raise you from like when you're born until you're like in high school, you're the parent. And then when your parents are getting older, you have to take care of them. So eventually, probably in like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
5 or 10 years or whenever it is, I'll have to start taking care of my dad and my mom. You know, it's sad to think about it, but you're probably in that point because you're a little older than I am, that you probably have to take care of your, I don't know if you have it at the point where you have to start taking care of your parents because they can't do what they used to. You know, if they're going to come to a point, that's going to happen. Then I'm going to have to, I'm going to have to help my,
Sometimes when I look at my mom's picture, because they are not here, right? I am far with them, and I'm just look at their picture and like, oh my goodness, my mom, and my father is they are getting old, and what if something happened to them and I'm not there? But I have, of course, I have a lot of, how many? I've got 6 sisters, and some of them are close to to my mother's home. So, but I'm just thinking, oh my goodness, after
mm-hmm.
some time they will, because they are aging now. Like my mom is 64, something 60 plus. My father was just turned 70.
Yeah, they're younger than my
Disabled.
mom and dad a little bit. My
So it's
dad's
like,
a
oh
little
my
bit older
goodness.
than your
I
dad. My
always
mom's
thinking,
5 years older than your mom.
though my mom is not the best mom for me during my younger days. She was very
Mm-hmm.
cruel, very strict, very, but still my mom, right? And
Yeah.
I'm like, it's some kind of feeling that, I guess I feel sad because they are not they are not getting younger. They're getting older
Yeah.
and older every day, and who knows, one of these days they can, and it's it's sad when
Yeah,
you
you
think that,
realize it. You
yeah,
you know, you get to a point where, like, I got to a point where last year, what was my step grandmother? My mom's known her since she was like probably like 12 or 13 years old. Because my mom's dad remarried this lady, and then she ended up having 3 kids of her own, 2 daughters and a son, and they're my mom's stepdad. I call him aunt when I see him. Whenever I see him, I don't see him very often, but just because we live in different states, we have our own lives. But I call I call my aunts and stuff, and they're all really supportive of me, and they love me, and just like one of their own. But the thing is um, you know, like I don't have any grandparents. When you're starting to get to like middle age, or like starting to get old, and all your grandparents die off, and then like my dad's like on his side of the family. I think he's like the third oldest, I think, or fourth oldest on his side of the family. You know, and that tells you that my dad's starting to get old when he's like the third oldest on his side of the family. I think his sister and his brother, and then maybe one of his cousins or something is older than him, and that's it on his side of the family. You know, and it's like weird. And then eventually my dad will be the oldest, probably, if he lives long enough. He could be the oldest one in his family, or in my family, the oldest one. You know, and it's kind of sad like that. You know, and I was lucky enough to, like, when I was a little kid, to get, like, some people don't have this where they can know their great grandfather. Like, I knew my mom's grandma and grandpa.
I
You know,
never saw
I was
one.
a little kid, but up until I was probably like 9 or 10 years old, they were still around. So that's why I actually got to know them. You know, and then
I
did
grew
actually
up,
talk to them a bit.
I grew up that I didn't saw any grandfather from my
Oh,
mom's side and from
oh,
my
that
father's
sucks.
side. I only saw grandmother, but
Mhm.
we're not close, especially from my father's side.
Yeah, that sucks. But I was pretty close to my dad's, or my mom's dad. I was pretty close to my mom's dad because he told me one, because my middle name's after him. John was his name. That's my middle name, and
Mm.
he told me one time, probably about 4 or 5 years before he died, when they were living in a mobile park. They were living in a mobile home park, and then they had a single wide mobile home, and he goes, yeah. He says he came up to me one time, and we were just talking, and he came up to me. I was like walking around. I don't know what I was doing. Maybe I went to the bathroom. I got something to drink at the at their place, and he goes, um, you're my namesake. You need to make the name proud. And then that actually touched me because my grandfather was one of those guys that grew up in the, you don't realize that my grandfather went through the damn depression. He was like a little kid. He was like in elementary school when the depression was going in the United States.
Oh,
And I loved my grandfather because I used to, when he was younger and I go down and visit him, I'd visit him maybe like once a year or something like that, or once every year and a half. And we'd always go fishing together. And then he managed a campground in like Oregon. Is probably about maybe like 2 hours from like Portland. And he managed a campground for 10 years. I went down there for like 2 weeks one time and stayed with him. And we went fishing just about every day because my grandfather loved to fish. That's one of those things. He loved to fish and he loved cars. He was like big into cars and stuff. And we would go fishing, and then I would always get. It was like a thing. He would always go, yeah, I'm gonna catch more fish than you. I'm gonna catch more fish than you. And he would always catch. He would always catch his limit before. I would give him maybe one fish, and he would already have his limit on the fish, just because he knew. I guess he knew what he was doing. Like, I don't know. And then but it's like I got to hang out with my grandparents. I got to meet my mom's great grandparents. They were already in their late 80s, and when I remember them, they were already like in their late 80s, early 90s, but they were still alive for a while. When we go down and visit them at their house, and then we would walk. There was this little mini mart that was like a block away, and my mom would give us money. I remember going down there, and we would walk to this mini mart and buy like some candy. You buy like some bubble gum or go
so
down there, and it was
I
fun.
miss
I remember,
I miss those times, you know.
yeah, I remember climbing a tree in their front yard. They had like a tree that had like it would like split. I don't know what type of tree it was, but it would like go up like this and it split in the middle. You could climb up one of the limbs, probably about 5 or 6 feet. We would climb it. And I remember playing with my cousins up in the upstairs with some of my cousins that are now like in their mid to late 40s. Some of my cousins, and playing with them back in the day. And we would play outside and stuff in the front yard. And then we had some family get-togethers there. And then and you realize that. Then I remember I got to meet some of my mom's aunts and uncles too. Because my mom, one of her aunts, it was my mom's youngest sister. It was my mom's youngest sister. So it was my mom's youngest aunt. And my mom was when my mom's mom died, when she was like 51 or 50, she was like 51 or 53. My mom became close with her Aunt Jerry. Well, she was already kind of close with her cousins of Aunt Jerry. Geraldine was her name. And my mom, as she became an adult, and she got into like probably her late 20s, probably, she became really close to her Aunt Jerry. And then when my mom's Aunt Jerry passed away, probably like 8 or 9 years ago, man, I still don't bring it up to this day. I don't ever talk about Aunt Jerry because my mom gets emotional about it to this day because they looked alike even. And my mom was like really close with her. They had like a more of like a mom, because my Aunt Jerry treated my mom like it was one of her kids. And my mom treated her like a mom. And I remember I remember when we went over there like 2 weeks before Jerry died, she had ovarian cancer, and then she didn't have it for about a year, almost a year. And then or something like that. And then it came back and it spread to her brain and she died. And I remember going there and seeing my mom's aunt, like I knew she was going to die too, because I was already, probably like 30 years old or 32 or something when she was like passing away. And I'm like, and then it shook my mom up. And then like maybe few years, probably like 3 or 4 years later, my mom's cousin, who was her Aunt Jerry's oldest kid, passed away, and my mom was shooken up too because she was really close with him too. And my mom, I never bring it up. My mom literally like tears up when I talk about it. That's why I don't bring it up. And she has pictures of them and stuff, and she doesn't know. I don't ever bring it up because I know my mom's gonna get emotional. But I'm thankful that I met my mom's grandparents, and I had a good relationship with her dad, and I had a good relationship with her stepmom too. My mom's stepmom. She was an ornery thing though. She was pretty ornery, but she was a good lady. She loved me a lot too, and stuff. She would always get excited to see me. One of my mom's aunts. It has the same name as my mom, but it's spelled different. It's spelled Sandy. My mom is Sandi, and my mom's the youngest. her youngest stepsister, and she's always excited to see me, and she always gives me a hug when I ever see her, and I'm like, damn, man, does she love
You're
you? Because
lucky to
oh
have those.
yeah, she always says I love you, nephew, and I'm like one of her favorite like nieces or nephews when I see her, and she still works. I think she still works, and she's like mid, probably like 60. I don't know how old she is. Probably 64 or 65 or something now.
I saw
But it's
something here. I saw this. Look at this, kapatid. Because I saw this one in the news just when we were eating dinner. And I saw this one. This is exactly what I saw in the news tonight.
what is that?
This is the
Hard for me to see it.
this is bodies buried in sand. India is hiding its COVID's death. It's really a lot. A huge of deep.
Yeah, and it's in India, right?
Yeah, it was in our news this when we were eating dinner.
Yeah, India's had like thousands. They've had like multiple
A lot
thousands die every day for
every day.
like
Yeah,
probably a month or something now
and the thing is,
from the virus.
they just buried on the sand, and it's
Mhm.
just the riverbank is
Yeah,
just
the body
full.
bags.
So imagine they're just buried on the sand under the sand.
Yeah, it's pretty sad. But and then there's another thing that's sad too is the Palestinians and the Israelites or whatever they call them are fighting
Oh,
again.
yeah, yeah.
And then
As
there's been like
always.
200 people that died in the last like week and a half. There's been like 200 people that what they're doing is there was a place I saw on the news. They were talking about it. I don't know what building it was, but there was 2 Israeli missiles that hit it, and it demolished pretty much most of the building, and it killed people because they're fighting again, and it's the worst fighting since 2014 in that country. Again, it's always going to escalate because they have religious differences and governmental differences. I think it's mostly about religion. Is what it is. It's like sad. And then I know Franceschi's over there, and she said pray for the people, man, because you
Yeah,
know,
yeah. I always
like
see that on Facebook.
she's kind of right. And she's not in the middle of it. She's next to it. She sees it going on.
Oh,
She can probably see it from where she lives.
yeah. She took a video.
Yeah. I mean, it's like she can see it from like her where she's living out her window, and it's like sad, and then that's why Shooting Star was like, we need to pray for people in Israel because he knows other people in Israel too, I think. But I only know Franceschi channel that's in Israel. The only person I can name off the top of my head that I know that live there, and it's a big deal. You don't know if she could be just like get in the middle of it. You never know. She could just be like driving around and
Francesca was living there for work or she
work.
married
Yeah, she works
for work.
there. She takes care of an old lady. I think the lady's like not 90 years old or something, and then she takes care of this old lady.
Oh, this video
She's a
took for
caregiver.
only 4 days ago. That's why.
Yeah.
That's why it was in the news. It's undocumented,
Mm-hmm.
barring the COVID truths.
Yeah.
They're the
There's a
same.
lot
My
of them.
goodness.
There's been like 4,000 since they had a spike. 4,000 dying like every day. Not a
It's
joke.
better. Hi, too many children have died from hands on Israel. Oh, that's so sad about,
Mhm.
Israel, Lebanon, those
Mhm.
countries nearby.
Yeah.
They always fight almost every year.
Yeah.
It's not surprising at all.
Mhm. Yeah, and like it's crazy. It's like what's going on in the world. Now it's
Yeah,
starting to go up, and the Middle East is always going to be no offense to the Middle East, but
although
there's
in
always
Middle
going to be
East,
some countries fighting with each other, pretty much almost all the time. It's just going to happen. You don't want to see it happen, but it's going to happen because the way those countries are, it's like a lot of those countries are, you know. And then the bad thing about it is like a lot of those countries ask the United States for help a lot of the time to go in there and help them, and it's like, Well, why do we always have to
You
go
know
in
the
there? That's why
most.
a lot of the wars we always have to go in there and help them because we're like they're not going to solve anything, so we have to go in there and do it. You know, and then it puts our
Yes,
country,
Brett.
like, our soldiers in danger. You know, because I know someone who's I think he's still in the military. He might have got out, but my best friend's cousin that I've met him like a little bit in my life, and I went camping with him, my best friend's family, and his family, and then my aunt and uncle, and then their family, like way back when I was a kid, and he was in the army. He was doing a career. My best friend's cousin, what was his name? Tyler was doing was in. Last time I heard, like it was like a couple of years ago, he was stationed in North
The
Carolina.
West
Still,
is hypocritical.
yeah,
Oh my God! You see this, Brett, because they are just buried in the sand, so it's easily. And now the bodies come out from the sun
yeah,
because it's not. It's very shallow.
yeah. Well, why don't they? Yeah, I don't know, but yeah, they don't
It's
have a lot of places to put them. They're just putting them in the sand
but it's
somewhere.
better. It's better to burn than to bury it in the very shallow. You
Hmm.
see this one? Wow, wow. You see this dog? Oh my God, it's horrible.
Hmm. Yeah, it's horrible. Yeah, anything. I don't know. You know, like in the United States, I don't know anybody who's died from the virus. And I know my dad knows a couple people who have had it, but one guy he didn't really have any symptoms. He's like one of my stepmom's friends. They went camping with him last March of last year, and he got it, but he wasn't even barely even sick. He had barely any symptoms. I mean, then he just like he just had it, and then like he recovered pretty quick. But like now my dad knows my dad's good friend Mark. My dad knows him a little too. This guy that got the virus, but he's better friends with my dad's friend Mark, and
Which
he
one?
got the
H
virus
two,
and he was in
high
the
two.
hospital. He was in the hospital for like 4 days fighting it before he got out. He was in the hospital for 4 days, and he said he couldn't breathe. They had to put him on a ventilator for a while, and luckily he
Never mind,
survived.
high two. What's happening to the world?
Mhm.
So difficult.
Yeah, it's nothing you can do about it. I mean, we
Mm.
can only go. It's sad and all this stuff. We can't really do anything about it. You
Yeah.
know, no,
All we have to do is to take care of ourselves,
yeah. All
not
you
to
can do
be
is take care of
not
yourselves.
not to be one of those victims. So sad. No? So you have to take care, guys. The content. Oh, this one with children. A hi to the first message.
Hmm. But so the kid you pick up at like the bus stop or whatever. That's the kid he
Let
takes
me
care
see
of,
if I
right?
can. Let me see. No, I can't delete it. You can. You are the one who can delete it. Not I can't. You
Yeah,
can.
you can delete it. You can delete it, right?
You can delete it. I because I can't. When I let me see. If I'm trying here, there's no option of deleting. I think you are the one who delete who can delete.
Hmm.
Just long press. Long
Yeah, just
press.
go and click on the dots by your name, and you can delete your message.
Yeah,
Hmm.
because I can. Because you're the
But
one who
like,
type, so I can.
yeah.
Otherwise, the only option I have here is put user in timeout or block user. So you're the one who
Yeah,
can
you can delete it, high too. Yeah,
delete
you
your
can.
message.
You can delete your
Yeah,
message. Go on YouTube and delete
I
it.
can't delete it too. This is you
Yeah,
can.
you
Oh,
can.
never mind. Never mind. Don't worry about that. If you can't delete, there's not a lot of people here. They're on the other stream. Never
You can
mind,
read
hi
a
too.
message. If I type, watch. I'll type like something. I'll type on here in the
This is
chat, right?
my. Never mind that one.
Yeah, I can remove my message. See, I told you I can remove it. See, watch. I'll
Yeah,
just give you an example. I typed here and I
yeah.
removed the message and now it's gone. I'll just give you an example.
You,
See,
you
I just
just
removed my
you
message.
just you just long press your message to delete.
Yep. You type on the three dots next to your name. You click on the three dots. If you're
I
on a
should
phone,
hit.
you just hit on the dots, three dots next to your name, and it says delete. And then it shows like a garbage can or like a trash can next to your and then next to where before it says delete, it has like a little trash can. But yeah, but it's like crazy what's going on in the world. And now though, starting to remove the mask restrictions from places like Target, some of the big retail stores in the United States said you don't if you're vaccinated, you don't have to wear a mask anymore. There's stores
Oh my God!
like
Did you hear?
Target and some other places,
Did you
Costco.
hear? Did you hear? Because after 18, there was a Filipina here. After 18 days of vaccine, she died,
Oh, that
and
sucks.
there was another one while she hello she, and there was another
I
one while
she.
she was waiting. Actually, she already get the shot, and
Mhm.
after that, she painted in the center where she get the
Mhm.
dose, and then now she is in the hospital and it's very critical condition. I don't know why
Mhm.
if it's about the vaccine or what, because she was very active and very
Mhm.
in a good health before she get the vaccine. But
Mhm.
after vaccine, she fainted and then she been to the hospital and now she's very serious. And the other one passed away already after 18 days of vaccine.
Yeah, there was a
So
guy.
that's the reason why I don't want vaccine.
Yeah, there's a well, it's not the
Yeah,
vaccine.
she.
It's not the vaccine that does it. It's the individual that gets the vaccine
I think
has a
it's Mrs.
reaction
Arya
to it
trying to.
because it's the individual's
I think
immune system.
his first message there. Many children have died from hands of Israelis. I think that's the one he want to delete.
Yeah, but here's one thing though: is like
Yeah,
it's not the vaccine that gives people the sickness. It's if the person's immune system can handle it.
because
Because
because here they just don't. Of course, the health professional here they
Mhm.
don't want to put. Ouch!
Oh, whoops.
So scared. I was so scared.
Oh yeah, you're like, oh, I heard you got
It's fall
startled a
down.
little bit.
Because people here they don't want whenever there is a case or like someone dying because of the vaccine, they don't allow it to come out from the public because otherwise the public will you know um,
Hmm. But
panic.
I know there's a like
My
most of
phone
the major league
fall
players,
down.
most of the major league players are vaccinated. Like the
Yeah, but
MLB
still
and
they
Major League
vaccinated,
Baseball.
but still they turned out to be positive, right? I
Mm,
saw it in the news.
yeah, yeah. But here's one. There's a. It's not 100% guaranteed the virus
Yeah,
is gonna keep you immune from the or the vaccine's gonna keep you immune from the virus. Not 100%. So like there
it's
was
not.
a there was some people on the New York Yankees, like coaches and like staff members of the team that got the virus. Like one guy got it. They had 9 cases in the last like couple days, and there was a coach that got it, and he was completely vaccinated. But I got to go to the bathroom. I'll be back.
And I just heard just last Sunday, I just heard, oh, after this one, I think. Is it true that after 6 months the effect of the vaccine will be gone? I can't either. It's been up so long. Would you have to do it from your laptop? Oh, never mind. Never mind that message. No one will. They will not pay attention to that message. Never mind. H high too. It's getting worse day by day. It's getting. And that one from India is very scary. Have you ever heard that the one from India, the mutant variant of COVID?
Yeah, I'm back. I
Are
just
you
went to the
be-
went
uh,
number 1. Yep.
have you ever heard, Brett, about that other variant of COVID?
Hmm. That's the one
The
that I think
mu-
India got.
yeah, the one from India.
Hmm. Yeah, there's like another variant. It's like a another strain of the virus.
Hmm. That's stronger than the normal COVID.
Hmm. It's a little bit stronger. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, it's pretty sad, but I mean, in the United States, it's getting better. Like some people went to phase 3, which is like less
Oh, Natuya
restrictions.
is got to be. I just showed to Brett the picture of Mojo. The wait, a lot of
Hmm.
people just buried in the sand. Have you seen it in
Hmm.
your laptop? It's hilarious. My goodness.
Hmm.
And you say this is another kind. This is also from India. They burn. I think it's better to burn than to bury it.
Yeah,
You
they
see this
wouldn't go
one?
to.
You see
Yeah.
this one? You see the oh my
Yep.
goodness. They just seems like you just burn an animal.
Hmm. Well, I mean, like even
This
in
is
yeah, even in like real life, like or even in
so how,
like
how they could say their cases is low. So this is the real truth that they
yeah,
they have they have a lot thousands of people dying.
yeah, every day.
This is just only 4 days ago.
Hmm. Maybe since in 4 days
I think
it's slowed
I'm
down a
I'm
little bit.
going to take time to read this one. The Mojo story. Because they don't show up this one in the public. They
Hmm.
keep it,
Yeah.
the untold story. I think it's quite interesting. Mm, so it's just
Hmm.
look at this one. They will burn this one, and the
Yeah.
the guy is inside under those big
Pieces of wood.
wood piece of wood.
Hmm. How some countries still do it though. It's like man, because you know
So
when
let's
like
go check.
if you cremate somebody, like I know some people don't want to be cremated. You know when they're like my older relatives, they want to be cremated when they die. They put you in an
Mm,
incinerator and burn you, and then your bones
yeah.
get burned. It's like really hot, and your bones get burned. That's what the ashes are. Is like your bones.
Some
They're
I
in the
you know I think it's also bad idea. It's also bad idea when your relatives died and you put in it's like how do you call this in English? And put in the water while burning
well, they don't do that
because
here. They
after
put you in an incinerator.
all,
An
all those
incinerator.
ashes will turn into the water.
Yeah, but they don't do that here. They put you in an incinerator here, and then they stick you, or I think that's what it's called. And then they put you in like an urn or like some type of like urn or something like that, and then they or box, and then they you keep your eyes. My brother's got because he was really close to his two. He had two dogs that
Over
passed
100
away
bodies.
like probably like 4 years ago or something, and he has both his dogs' ashes in like these wood boxes still to this day, and he has a
Oh,
paw print for both of his dogs.
so this is all about the first picture that I show you was 4 days ago, and there was 2 days ago here, like over 100 bodies every day.
Hmm. Yeah.
So It's quite interesting.
Yeah, it
I'm
is.
going to read. I'm going to read this to take time to watch. Imagine.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, some are just there. No more in the sun. That's why
Mm-hmm.
they are now in the hot seat. Where's the
Yeah.
accountability in the COVID battle and accountability? Yes.
Yeah.
And some are just drawing at the river bank. So anyway, great intonation anyway. What's this? That's all they can do to keep up with the dead bodies, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
She said, kanina pa ako dito matulog na. Sissy dead. Good night.
Sleep well, love, Deborah. I'll talk to you when you wake up after I get off work. I work at 12 to 4:30 p.m. today.
So what is your time now, kapatid?
8:54 a.m.
Eight. Oo. So you're going to work after?
I'm going to work in 3 hours, and well, I'm probably going to leave like before that, but I start work in 3 hours and 6 minutes.
Okay. Now we'll see you on next challenge. Yeah, I'm excited to our
Yeah.
next challenge. She probably, most probably we're going to meet and buy that one bucket of chicken from KFC, and then
Oh yeah,
we do the challenge together.
I could do it with you.
Yeah, you're in.
I could do it with you
Hopefully.
if you plan a day that I'm home or I'm off. Would you if you do it like in the early morning or something, or like a little like a few hours before this time? I could do it with you. I
Yeah,
could go buy some Nashville hot chicken and do it.
we
That's
need
what it's
music,
called, Nashville
but
hot
I
chicken.
can play. I can I can play music. Oh, by the way, on Sunday, I'm going to buy a new set of V8 song card because I put my V8 on the box going to Philippines. So I need to buy a
Uh,
new one.
you don't know. No offense, people. Those V8s are not that good. No offense, people. Someone Brandon went through two of them
It's just
things.
no V8, just for fun because you can
Yeah, no, no,
play
no. I'm
with a
not talking. They're
different
not good
song.
quality. They're not good quality because Anna went through
Oh,
two of those things.
yeah, because
No, I
I
don't
don't
like
know where to.
I don't like those things because people overuse those things on streams. They use the laughter and the clapping way too much. They do.
Yeah,
I go on streams and people they bring this people up on panel and then they're pressing that thing every 2 minutes.
challenge. Our challenge is eating
Yeah,
those
I could do it, love
KFC
Deborah.
hot and spicy
Chicken.
chicken
Yeah,
from KFC.
yeah. Well, here it's called Nashville hot chicken. It's like a chili. It's like a chili chicken. It has
Chili.
like
It's
chili
really
flavors in the coating.
one time one time I ate that one in KFC. It's like I got the, the runny nose
Yeah, everybody
because
knows.
it's so
My
spicy.
my dad likes when he goes to a Chinese restaurant, he likes the hot mustard, the Chinese hot
In
mustard, and
KFC
it's and
because
it's and it's hotter than a jalapeno. It's probably about it's a good
yeah,
amount hotter than a
pretty sissy
jalapeno,
then.
and he likes that the hot mustard, but it makes his like nose run and his eyes water when he eats it.
Okay. So I need
His eyes like
rice.
tear up a little bit.
I need rice. Oh,
Oh,
I
I can
can't
help.
help.
Have an
I think
ulcer.
I also have ulcer. I think I also have ulcer. That's why when I drink coffee, so that's why it's like few days I didn't drink coffee because
Hmm.
I feel like I'm bloated and I feel something in my abdomen. So I just drink
Yeah.
milk tea. I like spicy and I love chicken.
Yeah, I can do it with you guys. Yeah, because there's a KFC like 2 miles up the road, or a little over 2 miles up the road.
And also Jamie. Also Jamie like hot and spicy and
Yeah,
says,
he
"Oh
does.
my goodness, you are
He likes stuff with
overqualified."
jalapenos on it.
Okay, let's join Jamie. How many of us will do? You and she and me
I'll do it.
and Hazy and so five. So I think Jamie can still join.
Yeah, I'll do it. Yeah, I'll
I
attempt it. I don't know how good it's going to turn out, but I'll at least give
maybe
it
I
a
can
try.
join. What's good? I think milk
Maybe I
cakes.
can't join, Sissy. Well, yeah, you can join, Deborah.
Yeah, they said if too is spicy, you can drink milk. I haven't tried that one.
Well, what's the whole rules of the challenge? You got to find out the rules of the challenge first.
Yeah, we're going to talk over about
Yeah,
the rules.
and do it
So
like
so give me an idea, Brett. Give me an idea.
um you will put a time limit on it, and
Yeah,
then
of course.
just
We
put a
have
number of
timer.
how many pieces you have to eat. It could be like 3, 4. It could be, well, if it's all chicken wings, it could be like 6, or it could be like maybe a dozen
Chicken
chicken
wings is so
wings.
small.
Yeah, but you can do like a dozen of them or something, or I
Gummy
don't know,
bear. I
dozen
think
of them in a
he.
certain amount of time.
Oh, let me search in my other phone. The
Yeah, they do. They have very hot gummy
KFC.
bears. Yeah, they do. They have super sour gummy bears too.
Gummy bears. KFC.
Hmm.
Hot and spicy KFC.
Yeah, you gotta. But how hot is the? I don't even know how hot the Nashville chicken is.
KFC hot.
Nashville hot chicken. Where's KFC's website? You can get it in chicken tenders too. Nashville hot chicken. It comes in chicken tenders.
Okay, on YouTube, try to eat it and chop. Here, 40 minutes ago. This is. Did you see?
Just a second. No.
Oh, no. Where is the? Here is the chicken. Oh my God, chicken! Chicken,
Mm-hmm.
chicken. It's quite. I don't think KFC is very far, but I try.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's
So that's why
crispy.
they don't have one close to where they live.
I think the normal size of KFC po, if you order, was like there are three chicken in one.
Yeah. Well,
But
there's
if you
like one
order,
right here that's chicken
mm,
tenders. It's like a 3-piece chicken tender combo.
it's
It comes with like one side and a biscuit and a drink, I think.
over KFC.
Yeah, it comes with like mashed potatoes and one side where um chicken, where is it? Search. How do you search menu? Buckets. Get buckets of all their chicken. Comes in like original recipe, extra crispy, and no, Nashville hot is what they call it here. Nashville hot chicken. You can get a tenders bucket too. It's all chicken tenders. You want, you can get ones that's all breast meat, all breasts, all thighs, all wings. You can get one that's a combination of all of them.
I think it's better if you the challenge to see who can eat the most.
Yeah.
Is it who can eat the most? I think we.
Hmm.
This one is nice. The chicken leg. Oops.
Yeah. But it's now I'm looking at the chicken right now. Nashville hot tenders combo comes with like one side, a biscuit, 3 tenders, and a drink. You can get Oh, that's a 5-piece one. You get a 3-piece one too. It's the same
Copycat.
thing.
Oh, there's a copycat. They called copycat.
What do you mean?
Double fried. I think double fried Korean fried chicken was very.
It's good. Double fried. What they do is they just like fry it and then they take it out of the fryer and they let it cool down and then they fry it again. So it's like double fried. They fry it for like a few minutes, like 2-3 minutes the first time, and they fry it again.
So it will become more crispy, right?
Yeah, it becomes crispy, but they don't. I don't think Korean fried chicken. They don't put any like coating on it. It's just straight chicken in the fryer with no coating. It's like how most chicken wings are made. Most chicken wings or have no, like buffalo wings have no. Most buffalo wings have no, like, they don't flour them in like a coating, or they don't put a coating on them. They just fry them right in the fryer, and then they serve them with like buffalo sauce on them, which is why they call it buffalo wings, or the sauce buffalo sauce, because it was invented in Buffalo, New York.
Hot and spicy.
The hot sauce that they use was invented in Buffalo, New York. Yeah, the buffalo sauce was invented in Buffalo, New York by a restaurant that's still open to this day. The restaurant's been probably open for like 30 years or something, or 40 years, I think. And I know I'm pretty sure it's been open since at least sometime in the 80s, the restaurant, I think. And that's why they call them buffalo wings. Not because they're actually buffalo, because buffalo don't have wings for one thing, but they're invented in upstate New York and Buffalo, New York. And then the sauce is kind of like a reddish orange sauce. It's like and a lot of people put Frank's Red Hot sauce in it, is what the sauce is. Mostly.
Wow. I see pasta.
Some people make their own buffalo sauce, which is only usually like 2 or 3 ingredients. Buffalo sauce. There's not very many ingredients to make it. But you can put buffalo sauce on like chicken sandwiches too. Some people mix like Frank's Red Hot and mayonnaise together, make a spicy mayonnaise. Or like you can use your own like Tabasco, make like a spicy mayonnaise, and like spread it on like your sandwiches or like your hamburgers or your chicken sandwiches or tacos or whatever. I do that sometimes. I mix hot sauce with mayonnaise sometimes.
Wow, pasta.
Yep. It looks good.
Wow. I like pasta.
Food porn. I know someone uploaded a video that I follow I'm friends with on Twitter, and she uploaded a video where she's made this pasta and she's like scooping a scoop of the pasta out with a spatula and she's holding it up, and all the cheese is like, she's going like this. She has the pan here in the picture, and she takes the spatula and goes like this and slowly lifts it up, and all the cheese is just all stringy off the pasta. She's like doing it slow, and then the video lasts probably like 15-20 seconds, and it's like food porn. That's what they call that. When
Hi, Sissy Faye.
Hi, Faye. Nice to have you here, Faye. Sis Faye.
Ed was here earlier.
Yeah. I talked to her for a little bit on Ed's last panel. She was up there probably for like an hour before I went up there on the panel, but I talked to her for a little bit, and then she was mostly just muted on the panel when I was up there with them. And then she fell off. But yeah, she's really nice, Faye. They actually know each other in real life, her and Ed.
Oh,
they live by each other.
Yeah.
They know each other in real life. They were on
from Scott TV show.
Someone else's stream. They were on someone else's stream together on panel. I don't remember whose it was. It was like yesterday, or I think it was.
Is it from? Oh, they were in Lady Coats.
Yeah, Lady Coaches. Yeah, that's what it was. She interviewed him. That was yesterday morning. Probably about this time yesterday morning. She's really nice, Faye. And Ed's a nice guy. I've known Ed probably for like, I don't know, probably
Thank you. See, I'm gonna shout out from
6-7 months now, probably.
Wow.
Because Ed's been on my panel probably 3 or 4 times on my streamer panel when I've done streams. When we talk about football sometimes, because Ed's a Raiders fan, just like I am a Las Vegas Raiders fan.
Oh,
So we're like big big Raiders fan, so we well, especially like in a couple months when they start doing like training camp, football starts up again in the end of July, like the I think it's like the last week of July when they start up the training camp. The teams do.
Oh, now I see this one. I see this one, look.
Yep, that's hot and spicy.
Wow. What is... Oh,
Yeah,
guys. Shit. It's all chicken leg.
yeah. Drumettes. Oh, chicken drumettes. Hot and spicy. Chicken KFC.
Wait for us, chicken. That's it.
One here is called Nashville hot. Yeah, it is bad when
we must we must add fries for this. Oh, I like, you know, it's way for me to finish. It's way for me to finish. Oh my gosh, you eat a lot of chicken.
yeah, Nashville hot chicken.
Otherwise, this one is petition. Bucket of, let's see let me see how much this one is.
Yeah.
What time is that? Oh, I think same time as before because Deb 24 nuggets $14. It's no, it's not US dollar. Let me see Hong Kong. KFC Hong Kong.
Here's a funny one to go. KFC's Nashville hot chicken sales are suddenly surging when it went viral on TikTok, causing a surprise shortage by like 2 weeks
Chick.
ago.
No rice. Oh my gosh. I can take it if just chicken. It had any spice in it and then no rice.
Yeah, just chicken only. Yeah. Well, that's the whole point. You're only going to eat the chicken. Yeah. It's not a chicken and rice challenge. It's just chicken.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's a chicken only.
And Hazy Cheesy goes, Shay's Adventure, make a little
She's
shout out.
adventure supermodel.
Supermodel. She's calling her a supermodel. No offense. Shay's cute, but I mean, supermodel, Hazy? I don't think any of us are supermodel quality. I wouldn't be sitting here if I was a supermodel. If I was a male supermodel, I'd be making at least maybe probably
And it's the
six
and
figures.
it's
I'd
the
be making multiple six figures probably a year if I was a supermodel. Maybe
I
probably
and the
making
rice
$500,000 a
because
year
they
at
don't
least. Hong Kong Explorer,
the
please be careful over there. I heard getting bad with the handle is the C-19,
with
not
how
in
they
Hong Kong.
handle the what
Not in Hong Kong.
no, not here is less CC than other place. Now is Taiwan is suddenly go up, and then Canada just suddenly. I don't know why.
Scotty, you don't eat
Easily.
chicken? Okay.
Supermodel sa kangkungan, oy.
I saw your
Look at
post. Yeah, that's not where she lives. That's from India.
that is the post about super resistant. Super. Yes, figures. Yes, super resistant. Yeah, that was. I think that one. My post was about the swabbing again.
Yeah.
So I was scheduled on Thursday. for
Yeah.
the second one.
Beside today live? What?
Kasi I'll eat the rice because I don't eat chicken.
Mm-hmm.
Why you don't eat chicken?
No.
No, no. No worries,
Here
sissy.
she is. See,
You
she's
know
doing
here.
a mukbang, a live
Eh,
mukbang. Oh, she's with Zeke, man.
who
Beside today. Yeah, it's with
is
Zeke man
Sigman?
again.
Is Sigman live?
No. Zeke man's with Besiah today, live on Besiah's channel.
Ah, Visayas
And
channel.
they met each other again.
Ah,
They're
yeah,
hanging
yeah,
out
yeah.
together again. Yeah. Yeah. They said they were going to do it on Monday. She told me like a couple days ago they were going to, or 3 days ago, they're going to do it on Monday again. I think it was Friday.
Oh, so now that they see each
Because
other,
they live close
they
to each other.
going to meet.
They only live like an hour away from each other.
Oh,
Yeah,
really,
they
Kuya
live.
Scotty B. Out. Is Sisilan's really big.
Oh, Hertz is
Sisi,
gown. That's
you
weird.
you take care there, Sisi.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
She, are you sure your premiere was about the Sky 100? And I was going to premiere also my Sky 100 on Wednesday, and you are on Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, another one I like to eat is this. It's another one I want to make.
Mm-hmm. They're eating oysters and beside today's stream, they're eating oysters and something else. What is it?
Oh, let's break with that.
Oysters and clams at a seafood place.
Oh, it's only Bisaya today, not with Lady Mardy with Mardy.
Yeah, Marty's there too. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
Marty.
On Thursday,
Yeah,
Sky 100. I didn't schedule it. Oh, wait till I check
yeah,
Bisaya today. Then sick chatting.
hmm yeah. See,
Then
I
sick
live.
chatting.
If you want to know where I live in relation to them, I live like a 6 hour flight from um, New York to get to like JFK Airport in New York. I live like 6 hours away. It's like a 6 hour flight. They
It's,
can just
it's, it's,
drive. They can just drive.
oh,
It'd take me probably
they
like
meet in New
probably
York.
like 30, probably like 40, 45 hours to drive there straight.
See, do you know how to make leche plan?
Oh, what? No. I never
No,
made it. I probably could make it because I know how to bake pretty well.
that
So I can probably do it. I know how to bake well. So I could do it, probably do it.
war fine sisi. I like the leche plan.
I'm doing pretty good. Yeah, yeah. I'm not a big fan of oysters. I don't like the slimy texture of oysters. I tried them raw once and I'm like, oof, they're too slimy.
Tingnan mo to sisi
It's like
Faye.
snot going down.
Hanapan mo nga ako ng doktor yung
Like the grossest
makakapagpagaling
snot
ng
you've ever
broken
tasted.
hearted.
Yeah.
Man, it's only egg, milk, and sugar. I already get milk shit, and I can buy egg.
Mm-hmm.
The thing is, I don't have molding. Plus, I don't like the chicken.
Mm-hmm.
Don't eat the chicken.
You don't eat chicken beak.
You don't need to eat the chicken.
You don't eat chicken beak.
Yes, I'll post here in my office.
I don't know
Patay
who
ka
eats,
siya.
I don't know who eats chicken beak.
Oy, wait nga. Wow, we shared that on Sunday. Oh, yes. Where is Kuya Bros? I want Kuya Bros so we can hear his laughters. I think he's at work.
He's probably working.
May
He might,
oh, yeah, yeah,
or
yeah.
he's doing something else because I think he doesn't start work until like one.
Oh,
1 p.m. or something. But he's
Tapos,
at home right now. I think he's still at home with his main job, his part-time job. He goes there in the evening for like probably,
yeah, yeah,
you know,
in
five
Walmart.
hours or something, or
I
six
think in
hours.
Walmart.
Walmart, he works in the evenings only,
Mm.
and he's a cashier in Walmart.
I-post mo sisi doon sa harap ng pinto. Doon sa ano
Mm.
ng pinto. Para makita ng mga doctors.
I would pass on oysters. They're like, oysters are so good. I'd pass on those. They're too slimy. Ew.
You know, here in Sheraton Hotel here. I think I went
Mhm.
there last year for 2 times. And there's like, it's like a buffet. Eat all you can.
Mhm.
You know, I can't eat much.
Yeah.
I just eat, you know, and there's a lot of oyster,
Mhm.
clams, fishy, a lot of food, and from starter to main course to um, desserts. But I can't eat more. I just wonder how where they put all those food that they eat. They eat a lot.
Mhm.
Katrina Roberts from Vegas. See ya.
Mhm. Yeah. We have like a big. We're my state is like a big. We have like big seafood, like fishing community. We have like
Mm.
some of the that show The Deadliest Catch. It's on Discovery Channel. Some of the boats that are actually featured on that show
Course, Kuya started
are
eating.
moored in Washington, or are moored in Washington in the when they're not using them. Like the Northwestern and the Time Bandit, they're moored in Washington. Yeah, so we have a
Find
big
out
fishing
about
community.
this chicken bake. Hi, speaking of Kuya, he's here.
Yeah, you bring him up.
Kuya. Hey, Brett. Biglang shout out, Kuya.
Mm-hmm. I'm not big on oysters. I like clams and like shrimp and stuff, but I'm not big on oysters.
Yeah, I just said, where are you? I want to hear your laughter.
I eat I used to fish for shrimp sometimes with my dad. I went probably like 5 or 6 times shrimping with him. Yeah, then and our shrimp are better than store bought for because they're actually fresh and then they come out then they taste different too. They're a different breed of shrimp than the ones you get in the store. The ones you get in the store
Rena Roberts for his recipe.
or white shrimp, I think is what they're called. Or the ones we get are called ones we used to fish for were called spots, spotted shrimp. We called them spots, and they were good. Yeah,
This is a night boot
we would
trap Rena's.
yeah we would keep them raw, and then when I got them, we would keep them raw, and then I'd take some home and I'd cook them myself. I usually made like shrimp fried rice or shrimp fettuccine with them most of the time, or you could just eat them straight up. You could just like cook them, or you could put them on a skewer and put them on a take the shell off and stuff and the tail off and
What
put
did
them
you add
on
in your fried rice?
a lot of stuff like soy sauce, a little bit of soy sauce, a little bit of peanut oil, a little bit of um, egg, a little bit of oh god, what else is in there? A bunch of stuff. It's on my recipe. It's Emerald Lagasse's recipe. But
You
what I
know
do
what?
is I take out the mixed vegetable, like the stir fried vegetables. He tells you to add
Goodbye,
in
Faye.
there.
Oh, Sisi Faye, go back to work.
Bye, Faye.
Glad to see you all, and I'm glad to hear
But
you all.
I eliminated the vegetables out of it though, because I don't like all the
Take care,
vegetables
Sisi.
in fried rice. I don't like all the vegetables.
Oh, I add some vegetables. I add green green peas. Green beans. They are mix beans can buy in supermarket with corn, of course, with carrot chopped smallest cube,
Mhm.
corn, green beans, and carrots, and then I add some stock of vegetables, and
Mhm.
I add egg. I add I also
You
put a
gotta
lot of
you a little
stuff,
bit
and
of
I want
egg.
it colorful. I want it colorful. So I
Yeah,
add a lot of,
you scramble the eggs when you
yeah,
put them in there.
yeah.
You scramble
Have to,
the one
yeah.
or two eggs you put in the thing, and it
Shoot and
puts a
star,
tiny bit of egg in
hello.
there. You don't want too much egg in your thing. But another thing to do good is if you just have plain white rice and you have it like leftover from the day before, or
Mm-hmm.
from what you
That's
do
what
is
I did.
here's one thing you can do with it. Chop up bacon, put in a pan, fry it up, chop it up till it's done, however done it you want
Mm-hmm.
it,
Mm-hmm.
and then put that aside, and then scramble eggs. Start scrambling the pan, add the bacon back in there, and then if you have like leftover rice, how much ever you want to put in there.
Nothing.
I usually mix equal parts the bacon and egg mixture to the rice, and then what you do is you when the eggs are like 3/4 of the way done with the bacon in it, you dump the rice back in and cook it maybe for like 15, probably like 10-15 seconds on the stove, and then you sprinkle with cheese. Oh my god, it's so good! It's bacon and egg rice, so good.
Oh,
I was
with
talking on a
cheese.
stream like probably 4 or 5 months ago. I go, I made it. I made this dish, and we were talking about food. And I don't remember this lady's name. She was chatting in the chat with me, and
Mm-hmm.
she goes, yeah, I eat that almost every day for breakfast. I was telling her I mixed rice with scrambled eggs and bacon. She goes, yeah, I eat that almost every day for breakfast. It's really good. It's like one of my favorites. She said. I'm like, oh,
No,
well, the first time I tried it was then.
it was like not for breakfast because it's
Mhm.
become very heavy.
Yeah, you can make fried rice is good though. Yeah.
But I like fried rice.
Hmm. Fried rice is really good. Yeah, you can make all different types of fried rice. I don't like the fried rice with peas in it though. I don't like peas in my fried rice. Yeah, I like a place up the road's got really good bacon fried rice. It's called Golden
Please
Peacock.
allow
I've been going there
delivery.
since I was a little kid. I've been going there probably for like over 30, probably like 30 something years, 35 years or something. We've been going there. It's like one of the places we go sometimes to. Oh, I usually only go there about once a year now, but we
I am
used to
at
go there
work right now,
probably
so I
like
will eat
once
this
a month or
temptation.
something. We used to go there about once a month when I was a kid.
Oh yeah, I know you're at work. I just miss
Mhm.
your voice. That's why.
Yeah, there's beside today, Marty, Zeke man. Yep.
Oh, ating bungis-ngis. What's this doing live at this time?
Oh, oysters are gross. Yeah.
So what time is it now?
They're
Oh
eating
my
them
god,
raw too.
it's
They're eating them
getting
raw.
late. Wow, my live is running for 2 hours and 47 minutes.
Three
Okay,
hours almost. Yeah.
okay. I will just wait until it becomes 3 hours and then I will
Okay.
end. So just few more minutes because it's midnight already.
Mm-hmm.
So let's what do you call this? So our challenge must be how many pieces is that? I will check on Sunday. Must be if she and I can buy a bucket of this. Of course, it's too much for us.
Who's that other lady there
S-
with? There was some other lady too. There was some other lady that I don't know who she is.
Let me check. It's new or new YouTuber.
Huh?
The other lady that you were
I don't
talking
know who
about.
she is.
Let me check. Isaiah.
I don't know who that other lady is. It's someone's the lady in the black and white striped shirt with the jeans on. I don't know who that is.
Is it not Ivy?
No, that's not Ivy. No, I know what Ivy looks like. I've seen Ivy on camera a bunch of times on
Oh
like
wait.
StreamYard.
Let me see. Let me see.
I know what Ivy looks like, of course.
Oh, that one is the other with stripe was.
I don't know who that is. You can't see her
Oh,
now. You can't see her
what?
now. Right there. Now you can see her.
Is it not CC? It looks like CC Pay.
No,
The stripe and
I
white,
don't think that's Faye.
white and black.
I don't think it's Faye either. 'Cause Faye said you had to go back to work, right?
No, is it happening right now?
Yeah,
This.
it's
Oh,
live.
oh, okay.
Of course, it's
Oh,
live.
oh, live.
You know,
Oh,
that's why
okay,
people
okay.
can chat. It's live. Yeah, of
You
course,
can
it's
ask.
live.
You can ask. Who's that lady?
Hmm.
They're not with.
And they get like super excited, like they're, you know what I mean. I wouldn't be, no any offense, but yeah, they get really dramatic.
Ah, they eat. I can't eat this kind of
Yeah,
raw
I can't
oyster.
eat oysters, man. Oh,
I
the
don't. I
texture is
don't
what
eat
got
the
me.
raw.
So it's like you have to suck that thing down. Yuck. You do. That's what you do. You swallow it. You're not even supposed to chew it. You just swallow an oyster. It slips down your throat. It's gross. You can feel the sliminess on your throat. Yeah.
Wow. I only get 9 minutes. So let's finish 9 minutes and take rest.
Yeah.
That's another live sweet smile. A lot of people like
Hmm.
white. Oh, White Tiger is building McDonald's.
Yeah. On Minecraft.
McDonald's. Yeah. And
You,
the other
you
one
can
is
build anything. You can
Ginger.
build like McDonald's. You can build like any type of building you wanted. You can actually do like sculptures too. You can make like a
You know why?
sculpture, but it's like pixelated because that's the way the game is. The game's like really pixelated, like because it's supposed to be like that. That's all like part of the charm of it, I guess. Like your character is like really blocky. It's got like square hands and shit, and like its head's like really square. Hmm.
Did you find out who's that girl?
No, and I didn't
You
ask.
have you haven't asked?
No,
She sleep time for me now, host
and
and
then, and
good.
then
Good,
here's a funny thing: King of Hearts comes in, of course, donates a lot of,
good
but,
night,
but
Sissy. I'm going to end also my live stream after
and you know you
eight
know what it is.
minutes.
Like the more money you donate, the more excited people get.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Like when I donate, they go, oh, "Thank you for the money," and then when Hapters donated 10, they got more excited. And then when King of Hearts donated, they got even more excited. Hmm. Yeah, see, look at how excited they got when King of Hearts did it. Like their faces lit up.
Of course.
And then he's got a lot of money. He could probably donate thousands to a bunch of streamers if he wanted to, because
Yes,
he
yes,
owns a
yes.
business. He owns a business. He probably makes like, and well, in his own home salary, he probably makes like a few 100,000 a year, probably. Mr. King of Hearts.
Is this oyster is really
Yeah,
um
well, oysters are gross. I'm saying they're slimy. Ugh. Yeah, like you
and
can't take the
just
sliminess
put
of them.
lime, just add lime.
Lime, or you could put like lime or hot sauce
Be
on them.
rabbit. I'm
Most
after
people
hello,
put
hello, hello. Be
most people put
rabbit
hot sauce
channel.
on them. Most people would like take hot sauce and like they take the oyster that's
Oh,
like in the shell. If this was an oyster, and they go
I
put a little
can't
hot
do
sauce on
it.
it and then eat it. Yeah, it's like no, that won't make it taste good for me.
Let me see. Be rabbit. Thank you so much for stopping by.
It was already over.
Um,
They already ended it, I think. It only lasted though. The
yeah.
stream only lasted like 12 minutes. Nope, it's still going. It was just buffering. It's still going. It was just buffering.
Be
They're
rabbit.
having
Can you
they're having
type HK?
connection issues with the stream.
Sino si B rabbit?
Mhm. Yeah, but Oh well, I wouldn't go eat. I wouldn't go eat oysters with anybody. Yeah, I would eat shrimp. Yeah, I used to, catch it. I used to see what they look like, and our shrimp had like the shrimp we get had like a spike on their head about that long,
Mm-hmm.
and then and you had to be careful grabbing them because you could get spiked on your like fingers. But they shrimp. That's why shrimp have a tail that curl because they swim backwards. You notice when they're going in the water, they go like that and push with their tail. They push their tail out, and then they go about this fast when they swim. I've seen them go in the water. They probably go about 5 miles an hour when they swim. And then we used to catch them in a shrimp pot, and then you could here in Washington you can catch 80 per day per person, 80
Wow.
shrimp. So yeah, it's pretty cool. And then you have to wait. You have to tie a line to the pot, and then you have to throw it over. And then at the end of the line, there's a buoy with like a color red and white buoy usually that has your. And then my dad put his name on his, like our last name on it, so we could identify because there's a lot of people that do it out in the ocean. And then let the pot sit for like an hour and a half to two, maybe no more than 2 hours. You let them sit, and then hopefully you pull them up and you have a lot in there. Hopefully there's a lot in there, but sometimes you would get like maybe only like a dozen of them in there, a dozen and a half. Depends on
Oh,
if
look at this. Beer Rabbit got
they were doing
6.12K
it good or not.
subscribers. It's a big channel. Oh, the beauty of Vietnam.
Because we have like a big, we have like a big fishing community. Like here, we get a lot of local salmon, a lot of other local fish like trout, halibut, lingcod, albacore tuna. In our state,
Still here, Sissy.
steelhead's big in like our
Stand up.
rivers and lakes. It's pretty popular too. Steelhead is like a big trout. Is all it is. It's just a large trout. It's a species of trout. It's a little larger than a normal trout. Probably like 50%. Steelhead's usually about 2 feet long to probably 3 feet long most of the time. A steelhead. They look they're about the size of like a small to medium sized salmon. And they sell steelhead at grocery stores too, and like some other like Asian markets and stuff. It's a good. Steelhead's good too. Trout's really good. If nobody's ever had trout fish, it's good.
I haven't tried it.
No, I don't think you can get trout where you live. Is why. Trout is a cold water fish.
Mm.
Generally, not necessarily like the some of the lakes are in the 70s and the trout are in there, but like all of our oceans are cold water, so that's why you have cold water fish like halibut, lingcod, albacore
Vietnam.
tuna, because they're all cold water fish.
So we
Warm
are only
water would
three
be like
minutes
in
up.
Hawaii or Florida.
Mm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've never.
They're having fun.
Yeah,
They're having fun.
I've never met anybody from YouTube yet.
Bee rabbit is this. Bee
Mm-hmm.
rabbit. This bee rabbit. Why rabbit? Is this a rabbit? What's
Mm-hmm.
this? Bunny, bunny. Yeah, it's Japanese island.
Yeah. So here, Sissy from Hazy Cheesy. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Yeah,
of course.
of course they will. They expect that they were noisy. Mm,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're. Mm-hmm.
uh,
Yeah.
Malapit bahay, gabi. Alam ko, nakita ko, nandun ako.
Mhm.
Ang galing. Anong nakuha niyo? Paghandaan mo yung ano natin, please. Ayan. So guys, thank you very much for staying. Sarap naman.
Mhm.
Natikman mo. Natikman mo siya.
Yeah.
Sarap ng chicken, ng hot spicy chicken sa Sunday. Oy. Huwag kang ano dyan.
Mhm.
Naglaway. Naglaway lang. They love eating raw foods. Seafoods. Oh my God.
Oh, I
So
wouldn't.
anyway,
I don't eat
guys,
any raw seafood. I won't do
I
it.
don't eat. I don't
I'll
eat
eat
at
cooked
all.
seafood. I'll eat cooked seafood, but not raw.
I cook. Yes, that's the best. The chicken
Mhm.
yum. So anyway, guys, I think they are drinking as much as they are eating.
And then like Mr. King of Hearts is like, I'll come my treat, so he's gonna pay for their next meal that they meet up again. Yeah.
How they pay the food? How do you call it? They contributed or one must pay?
Hmm. Yeah.
Yes, maybe.
I
Oh
was
shit, but
supposed to like last year. I was about to meet Darren's Travels and Melody Marlindorf, but that both fell through because
mm,
when Melody tried to come here, they would have been quarantined for 14 days, and they couldn't because Melody Marlindorf's husband lives in or husband's family lives some of his family lives like an hour and a half from me, and then Darren was going to come in like beginning of December, but he had the same problem. He would have had been quarantined for 14
oh,
days,
okay.
so he didn't do it. So yeah.
So it's not good to meet up nowadays. No.
Well, why not?
It's
It's fine. Yeah, it's
you
completely
know
fine. You know, they're not even wearing masks and they're sitting next to each other.
yeah.
They're sitting
Imagine
like
that they are
a
not
foot and a
wearing
half away from
masks.
each other. Her and beside today and Zeke, man.
Yeah, of course because they're eating.
Yeah,
How can they? How you can supposed to wear the mask when you're about
yeah.
to?
They're not eating now though. No.
You know, here it's very hot. The weather here is very hot, and when you're outside and you're wearing mask, oh my goodness, I feel like dying. I
Hmm.
can't breathe.
Yeah.
So anyway, guys, thank you so much, kapatid, for being here
You're
from the
welcome.
start up to the end.
Yep. You're
Thank you
always
so much,
welcome.
Kuya Iskato Bisho. Thank you so
Yep. So
much,
I'm gonna go
Shi and
down. So
everyone.
thanks for having me on the panel.
Yeah,
Um,
thank you also
at
for always supporting my
Yep.
channel, kapatid.
Bye. Bye everybody in
Bye,
the chat. I'm going down to
yeah,
see
bye
the stream.
everyone. See you on Sunday. See you on Sunday on my challenge. Bye. Bye everyone.